This is Josiah Plays Neverwinter Nights. This is the first Neverwinter Nights game, and I'm going to be playing the Hordes of the Underdark campaign. This is the second of the two DLCs that came out for the game, but each one is its own separate campaign with its own separate storyline. So it's not like this is a continuation of the original storyline. They're all separate. And this one is cool because it goes into epic levels. It starts you at level 15 and goes all the way up to like level 40 or something, which is pretty rad. And it's also by far the best of the campaigns that came out for Neverwinter Nights 1, at least of the developer-created campaigns. There were a ton of really good user-made mods for this. Modules, like full adventures or campaigns, and I played so many of them, and some of them are amazing. But this is going to be the Hordes of the Underdark campaign, and I don't know if this will be a full playthrough or a full any series. For now, it's in the one-shot category. I might just play this a couple times and then get bored with it, or I may go all the way. I don't know. I'm still going to be playing Kingdoms of Amalur. Just trying this out for now because I'm really in the mood for some good old 3.5 D&D action. And this game does 3.5 D&D pretty well. Now, I just already came in here and made a character, so I think I can select my pre-made character here. Now, it has a whole bunch of pre-made characters that are made for you by the game. And, you know, a lot of them are already level 15, so you can pick one of the level 15 characters, or one of the level 1 characters, and then you'll automatically level up once you start it. But see, here I made my guy, Fire Snake. He's starting out as a rogue, but he's mostly going to be a cleric of Kasuth, god of fire. Yes, I'm going to play a fire cleric, mixed with rogue, weirdly enough. So here he is made, and I can just jump right into the game with him. I'm not going to show you the character creation itself because I just messed with that. You will find his voice familiar, however. If you saw any of my Neverwinter Nights 2 thing, it is the same voice set. The same glorious voice set. This is really loud, by the way.
Waterdeep, one of the greatest cities in all of Faerun. It is home to a multitude of peaceful townfolk from all races and all walks of life. Beneath Waterdeep, however, lies a different realm. This is the deep dungeon known as Undermountain.
It's not showing?
Built by the mad wizard Halaster.
Shit.
Here, Halaster tests adventurers who trespass therein with the deadliest of traps and the most dangerous of creatures.
It's really,
all but
really
the luckiest
small.
meet their deaths in its dark halls.
Some dude just got impaled by some spikes.
Regardless of this presence beneath them, the people of Waterdeep feel safe enough. For while one may enter Undermountain, it is rare that anything actually comes out. Until now. For there is another realm that exists beneath even Undermountain, a place of shadows and evil, known only as the Underdark.
The Underdark!
It is here that the sinister dark elves known as the Drow rule next to other subterranean horrors unknown to most on the surface world above.
Holy shit, that's loud.
And it is the Drow who now lead an army of these creatures into the streets of Waterdeep, besieging the city from below in a campaign of blood and terror. And in their darkest hour, the lords of Waterdeep have issued a call for a hero. Someone who can face these dark elves and all their brethren in their own land. Someone who can defeat the Hordes of the Underdark.
Title screen. You guys didn't miss anything. That video is really shitty looking, and it's also very, very small. Now, hopefully, the actual game footage will show up on the stream. No, I'm not done with Amalur, Moz. By the way, hi, Moz. Good to see ya. I'm not done with Amalur. I'm just doing a little something different. My character is, he's... What's going on here? He's like a ghost with just a head and hands and feet. Since before the founding of the city of Waterdeep, an infamous dungeon known as Undermountain has existed beneath it. While full of many dangers, Undermountain has never threatened the city. Until now. For reasons unknown, Waterdeep is now suddenly under siege from forces originating within Undermountain. A call has gone out for heroes to deal with this mysterious threat, and it is to this call that you have responded. Upon your arrival in Waterdeep late in the night, you were ushered to the Yawning Portal, an inn which holds access to Undermountain itself. Here, you and other adventurers are to meet with the proprietor, Durnan, to organize yourselves for what is to come. However, you have a choice to make before you sleep for the night. You have enough experience to become a 15th level character. You may choose to let your package, chosen when you're first... You can let your package decide for you. I'm not going to be thinking with my package here. Or you can level yourself up manually. Oh, it's going to be manual as a motherfucker. I will handle my own fucking package, thank you very much. Very well. Rest, and when you awake, your adventure shall begin. But why am I... Inviso like that? Also, how's the sound? Talk to me about the sound, you know, like volume levels with my voice and stuff. Because I turned it down to, like, really low. So I don't feel like it should be too loud. I even did a little test recording and it sounded okay, but just want to make sure. Why does my character... Listen. I'm gonna try something. What the shit? I'm still in Viso, man. Yeah. Okay, hold on. What if I take these robes off? Oh, there we go. Now I'm a hunky birding love or whatever. Let's put some leather armor on. There we go. Now that is some ugly ass leather armor. We're gonna keep it pretty zoomed out though, so we're not gonna have to look too much at the extremely fugly ass graphics of Neverwinter Nights 1. Alright, now I get to level myself up. Now this is going to take a little while because I've got to go through 15 levels and I've got to decide what I'm going to take for these levels. So, bear with me here. This process may take a bit. But what I'm basically going for is a build where I'm going to have 11 levels of Cleric, 3 levels of Rogue, and 1 level of Shadow Dancer, which will allow me to hide in plain sight. I've never tried a Cleric Shadow Dancer build before. It's pretty weird. It's not a typical sort of thing. But starting out here, I've got I'm a human, chaotic good, rogue. I've got 8 strength, 16 dexterity, 8 constitution, 12 intelligence, 18 wisdom, and 8 charisma. This character is not a talker, which is also very unusual for me, as I usually like to make very persuasive characters, but this guy, not one, for sure. Alright, so let's get ahead and level up. Alright, so my second level is going to be Cleric. And I only get 4 skill points, so I've got to decide which of my 4 skills I care about the most. And wait, I can't raise hide? No! I feel like my whole plan just fell apart. Move silently. Where's the traps go? Disable trap. I didn't put anything in disable. Oh my god. I fucked up my character already? Okay, hold on. Guy's portrait has talker all over it, right? I already fucked up my character, so you are going to get to see character creation. You're just going to see it very fast. Fuck is human? Concentration, disable trap, hide, listen, lore, move silently, open lock, search, spot, tumble. Okay, good. And I took dodge and mobility, both of which are prerequisites for the Shadow Dancer Prestige class that I want to take. Customize. We'll go for this head. We'll go for... Whoa, big body, little body. Little body. We'll go for some plain-looking monk-type robes. We'll go here. We'll go here. We're done.
Get on them! Attack, I say!
We will choose the voice set.
Attack! I say attack! You are so gonna feel some wrath!
Our character's name is Fire Snake. He's, I don't know, 25 years old. His deity is Kasuth, the Forgotten Realms god of fire. And that's it. Done. Evangelist voice. Skipping that fucking movie. Loud ass unmovie. Okay, I choose this, I choose this, I choose to make my own choices. Now, save over this. Alright, here we go. So this is going to be a level of Cleric. And in this level we're going to take... it's not going to let me take any of the skills I actually want, right? Like hide, move silently. Because those aren't class skills for Cleric, so I already have more ranks than I'm allowed. Open lock. Disable device. Yeah, it won't let me take any of those. Will it let me take Tumble? No. Will it let me take Lore? Yes. Wait, I could save these points. Never mind, I'm saving the points. I'm saving the points. Alright, I get to choose my 2 cleric domains. I'm choosing Fire, obviously. And I'm choosing Animal, because that actually allows me to summon more powerful creatures. I'm going to be summoning fire elementals. And now they'll be stronger with Animal for some reason. Hey, boss, thank you for the birthday bits. Oh my god, son, is that actual bits or is that just the number 1500? No, that's actual bits. Wow, thanks, son. Thank you too, boss. I appreciate it so much. You guys are awesome. Son Gniff, way at the top of the leaderboard now. I think you're gonna stay there. Unless Tim comes by. Alright, anyway. Does this work? F5? Gotta be a quick save button. Controls, key settings. Quick save is G? That's a stupid fucking key. It's gonna be F5. Or not. It won't let me bind an F key to it. Well, I need to bind something to it that I'm not just gonna... No, that opens the developer console. Fine, I guess it's fucking G. G. Alright. I want to make sure I'm not fucking anything up here. Take another level of cleric. Save these points. Now I get another feat. Now, choosing my feats for all these levels is what's going to probably take the longest. I can learn to use better weapons than a rogue cleric normally gets. But that's fine. I think I'll just be happy using a short bow. I can get weapon focus. I can get weapon finesse. I can get thug. Thug life. I can get stealthy. That's pretty good for the kind of build I want, which is to be as stealthy as possible. Skill focus. Boop, boop, boop. Point blank shot is actually quite nice. Because I want to do archery with this character. G is quick save. Yeah, G? Like, what game has ever had G for quick save? Other than this one. Extend spell uses up a spell slot. Higher combat casting. Oh, combat casting would be good too. Hold shot. But let's not get crazy here. All right, I'm gonna take. I'm gonna keep it simple here, and I'm gonna take stealthy. Now the question is, if I level up again with 8 points saved, what's going to happen with my points? Let's find out. This will be another level of cleric. Now I get to raise a stat. Should I be raising wisdom or should I be raising dex? Wisdom's already at 18. I think I'm going to start raising dex because that's going to affect my armor class and my hit with my bow and my rogue skills. Wisdom's already 18, which is pretty darn good. Alright, so we'll make Dex a 17. Okay, I have 12 points saved now. Now, will it let me just carry those 12 points forward? Apparently it will. Alright, now what level am I now? 3 cleric, 1 rogue. Alright, let's take one more level of cleric. Actually, can I get Shadow Dancer yet? No, because I don't have enough skill ranks. Okay. Now I'm carrying forward 16 points. Now I'll take another level of rogue and spend all these skill points. See, this is why I'm spacing the levels of rogue out like this, so that I can get caught up on all my roguely skills. Because if I took all these rogue levels at once, then I wouldn't be able to buy any of these skills later with all the cleric levels. You see what I'm saying? So now we definitely want to max out hide and move silently. We definitely want to max out open lock and disable trap. And we definitely want to max out tumble. And then we want a little more into search. I might qualify for Shadow Dancer now. Combat casting sounds good. Should probably get that. Oh, I'm gonna suck at this because I haven't been putting any points into concentration. So never mind. I'm just gonna have to stay away from enemies when I want to cast. Easier said than done, but with hide in plain sight, it'll really help me because you can literally vanish right in front of enemies with that, which is the whole reason I want Shadow Dancer. Rapid reload. No. Spring attack. Enemies do not get attacks of opportunity against the character when moving. Yeah, that's really good. I gotta have that. Alright, how many levels I got left to go? I'm level 6. I still don't qualify for Shadow Dancer. What's the problem here? I need 10 ranks in Hide. That's why. So I'm not going to be able to get it yet. So more Cleric. And save the points. More Cleric. More Dexterity. Save the points. 7, 8. More Cleric. Save the points. Ooh, I should get... Oh, I don't need Zen Archery anymore, because my Wisdom and Dex are the same. Being able to use a longbow would actually be pretty nice. Weapon focused longbow. Point blank shot. Point blank shot is more important than those other two, I think. Wonder how many points it'll let me save. Infinite? I think I want to take Rogue for my last level. That way I get the most skill updates. Hey, what's up, SB? How you doing? Spazang. This is one of my favorite games when it came out too. I love this game. Even though the graphics on it look kind of terrible now, it's still a great game. Let's take another Cleric level. I'm gonna keep going on Dexterity. And I'm going to save points. And I can get blah blah blah. Improved critical. It's kind of nice. Rapid shot. Rapid shot is good. I'm going to take weapon proficiency martial so that I can use longbows. Another cleric. Save the points. Okay, now I need to take Rogue and then Shadow Dancer. And that'll be all my levels. Yeah. Alright, so now I need to take Rogue. And I can spend all these points. Hide. Move silently. Tumble. I might stop at 10 for Tumble. 5. Oh no, you get armor class for every 5. Maybe I'll just go up to 15 on Tumble. And then I want open lock and disable trap. Although I'm a little concerned because my search skill isn't very high. Maybe I need to take a couple points off these. Put them into search. So I can actually find some of these traps. Okay, that's good. And now I get one last level, and that's going to be Shadow Dancer. And now I get hide in plain sight. Can hide even while being observed. You can basically, right in the middle of combat, you can fucking hide. It's amazing. You saw and they had this available on Steam, like the whole series. Yeah, I got the whole series on GOG, like for like a really cheap sale a while back. I actually bought this game in a store, physically in a store when it was new, back in 2004. Now I get 8 points into Shadow Dancer skills. I can get a little more hide, a little more move silently. $18 in tumble is not going to do me any good. A little more, and a lot more search, I think. That's good. That's perfect. So now I can do locks and traps, I can do stealth, I can hide, and I'm a fucking 11th level cleric, so I've got all the way up to 6th level cleric spells. So I should be pretty awesome. One more feat, huh? Weapon focus. Or rapid shot. Or yeah, let's go rapid shot. Okay, I'm feeling good. Level 15 character, he's pretty awesome. I'm gonna put my leather armor on. 19 AC with no magic items. 86 hit points. And I don't have a bow yet, though. That's the only downside to my plan here. Let's take a look at my skills. So I've got 16 in Disable Trap, 24 in Hide, 24 in Move Silently, 19 in Open Lock, 16 in Search, 19 in Tumble. Yeah, that works. That should work pretty well. This is one of, if not the last video game I bought in brick and mortar store. The last video games I bought in a brick and mortar store were The Witcher, The Witcher 1, oh, and Neverwinter Nights 2. I bought them both on the same day at a Walmart, and those are the last games I ever bought in a store. I don't remember what year that was. Whatever year The Witcher and Neverwinter Nights 2 came out. Alright, cool. Character's done. Now let me save so I don't have to do all that shit again. Also, let me save the character. He's been exported, so now if I wanted to start a new game, I could import this exact character into the new game, all leveled up and everything. So, I don't have any kind of quest journal stuff going on yet. Let's see what's in the room that I can... Here's a chest, which hopefully has some magic items and shit in it. Locked? Ha! You got jokes! Alright. Sorry, you do not have lockpicks. A specific key is required! How do I go into, like, search mode? And stealth mode, for that matter. Oh yeah, that's the speed I'm gonna be moving around at. It's gonna be one of those playthroughs. Look at this guy moving at fucking Josiah speed. You're telling me I can't pick this lock. That's like my whole thing. Well, I don't know where I get this. You stashed your equipment in this chest before resting for the night. I stashed my equipment in this chest and then locked it with a special key and then lost that key. This sounds like a story from Son Gniff's life. Try resting? Ah. I didn't think about that. Alright. How even do I? I'm gonna hit R and see what that does. It works. Ah, I dream. I remember this. Fucking drow.
I trust that your preparations are complete.
Very nearly, Dread Mistress. It should only be a matter of...
Do not test my patience, Iblis. Would you have me wait?
Damn
I,
graphics.
the terror of all the Underdark? The Dark Queen of Shadow?
Of course not, my mistress.
Then proceed. I wish to see this being who my agents say can stop my great rise.
I do not believe anyone could stop you now, great Valsharis.
So I thought. But my agents have resources beyond the means of mortals. This one will be my undoing, so they say, if I do not act in time. So proceed, wizard. I will wait no further.
The cutscene quality is not the strength of this game.
Soleno Samatska! Soleno Samatska!
Oh shit, webs! Alright, now they're just casting all the spells they know. Oh shit, that's me.
What is this? A surfacer? And a male, no less. Have your spells become faulty, fool?
No, mistress. This is indeed an image of the one who shall defeat you.
I will not be defeated. This image shows but a threat. It shall be dealt with like the others. You, male, remove this dead fool and summon my red sisters. Now.
Yes, dread mistress.
I probably should have picked what spells to memorize before I rested. Because I think I get into a fight quite early
And
here.
you, surfacer. Whoever you are and whatever threat you pose, you will not be able to hide. The drow shall strike swiftly and without mercy.
You know, that's just an illusion. I can't actually hear you. Oh wait, I had the dream though. So I guess I was aware of all that. Drow thief trying to get into my shit. You stand shivering in the chill night air, sweat coursing down your body. You were somehow woken suddenly from your slumber, leaping from your bed to face... what? The memory of your strange dream still rings clearly in your head, along with an inner alarm that tells you all is not right. Suddenly you notice a drow elf. She appears to be trying to break into the chest with your personal belongings. This is not gonna go well. I have a bad fucking feeling about this. Because I don't have any gear. What is this? Worn book. Oh, I have a yawning portal dagger. But I don't have weapon finesse, so I'm gonna be terrible at using this dagger. And... do I have any fucking spells, even? Do I even have any spells? No, I have literally 0 spells prepared. So, I could die right here in the tutorial. Let's see what happens.
Die!
Uh-oh.
Die and be
This is not gonna go well. Okay, fortunately this drow thief really sucks too. Oh yeah, my armor class is actually pretty decent because I have so much dexterity. Use your hide in plain sight. Oh, I forgot I can do that. Haha! What now, lady? Oh, and I have sneak attack, too. So let's make this happen. There we go. Oh my god, why didn't I think of that, son? You're so right. Good call, son. I was just thinking in terms of being a cleric. I already forgot the whole reason I built my character the way I did was so I could do that. A pretty young woman rushes in, a mixture of fear and concern on her face. You vaguely remember her as the daughter of the innkeeper.
Excuse me, is everything... Oh my word!
That voice acting. She finally spots the corpse of the drow thief and covers her mouth in horror. Is the inn under attack?
No, I don't think so, my lord. I only entered your room because I heard the commotion from the hall. The drow woman, is she...
Dead? Yes, I killed that thief. See you later, Bizang. Have a good one. Thanks for coming by.
I don't think she was just a thief, my lord. She probably took your equipment so you would be defenseless when the drow assassin showed up. That's been the pattern for the other attacks.
I think I was warned, actually. Something woke me up.
And you're a lucky man, my lord. Many important people have been attacked in their homes here in Waterdeep. But unlike you, they haven't survived. But how could this thief even have known that you were here? You only just arrived to the city. I'll have to tell Father about this. We take pride in the safety of our guests.
Apparently not anymore. I'm giving this place a terrible TripAdvisor review. Look, I only ask for one thing when I stay at an inn. Keep drow killers out of my room. And you already failed at that. Bed comfortable, bathrooms clean, downside, drow killers in room. Alright.
The thief must have used magic. That's the only way she could have gotten in here undetected. She must have used that same magic to send your equipment back to wherever she came from.
And the idea where I could get some replacement gear.
Tamso frowns. Father's gathered weapons, armor, and other equipment here at the end to help in the defense of Waterdeep. Anyone working to save the city is welcome to any of it.
That's convenient.
Everything is stored in the armory just across the hall. Just take whatever you need.
Listen, never tell a rogue just take whatever you need. Because you know I'm going to take every damn thing. I don't want your second-rate crap. Thank you. I'll go there right away.
I know the equipment in the armory isn't suitable for a hero like you, Fire Snake, but it's the best we've got. Now, please excuse me. I have to go speak with my father. I'll tell him what happened here, but it would be best if you didn't mention it to the other guests. We don't want to start a panic in the inn. Father will take steps to see this doesn't happen again.
Oh damn, I can go there? Seeing as how you're already in my room and I'm undressed, ... In before Nox says, how scandalous. Actually, I have a few questions, if you don't mind.
Who the fuck would say something like this seriously?
She blushes slightly, looking away.
Oh, but I would sooner allow you to get dressed, my lord. I'm sure my father could answer any questions you have.
Very well, off you go.
Goodbye, my lord. Once you have what you need from the armory, please go downstairs to the main room. My father is waiting there to speak to you.
Alright. What's the drow thief got? Kabam! Loots! Please tell me there's a take all button. What does this do? There's not a take all button. Is there a just grab this shit without too much hassle button? Okay, yeah, I just click on them once. It's no problem. Alright, so here's where we're at. I'm uninjured. She really didn't even hit me once? Seems unlikely. Alright. If I'm gonna have to... I need to get some spells, first of all. So, let's talk about what I'm gonna memorize. First, there's cantrips. And I get 6 of them. And they all basically suck. What does Cure Minor Wounds entail? It's a 4-point heal. Ooh, a 4-point heal as a cantrip's actually not bad. What's resistance do? Also the saving throws for 2 turns. Virtue gives you some hit points. One temporary hit point. I have played a Dance with Rogues, son. I have. It was good. I've played a ton of NWN1 custom content modules. A ton. I remember Dance with Rogues. Alright, well, it's gonna be all Cure Minor Wounds all day. First level spells. You know, clerics are supposed to be buffers. Like, what I'm supposed to do as a cleric is buff the shit out of myself and be like an unstoppable killing god from all the buffs. But I hate buffing. So I'm probably not going to go buck wild on buffs. Then again, I might get some buffs. I'm going to go more buck wild on heals and summons, I think. I should start with my most powerful spells. Like, for these, I definitely want to... Oh, heal, though. Heal is the best spell. It heals you to full. But I really want my good summons. Now, this is summon creature 6, but because I have the animal domain, when I cast it, it'll be as if I cast summon creature 7. And I'm pretty sure that'll let me summon a fire elemental. Although, it might just be a random type of elemental. I might not get to pick that it's fire, now that I think about it, which sucks. But and the good thing is it lasts for 24 hours. So if I can keep my summon alive, I won't have to cast it again. Ooh, planar ally. No. I'll take a heal and a summon. Maybe I should just take 2 summons in case my one dies. Because I'm going to rely heavily on fucking using a summon to kind of tank for me while I dance around in the shadows and be an ass. Monstrous regeneration. That's not very good. At least not at my level. Let's see. Oh, Flame Strike, though. Flame Strike, though. 11d6, motherfuckers. I'll get at least one of those. Probably 2, since I am playing up the whole Fire Cleric angle. You know what? Let's keep it simple. Let's keep it simple. 3 Flame Strikes. 4th level. Cure critical wounds. I know I'm supposed to take buffs and shit. What about Restoration? What does that do? Removes a lot of terrible shit you don't like. Okay, I'll take the Restoration. Oh, this is my domain spell, Wall of Fire. I like it. I'll take a couple Cure Crits. I'll take 2 Walls of Fire. And a couple Cure Crits. 3rd level. Continual Flame. That's not very cool, really. Searing Light. $5d8. No save. No, I mean, I might as well just shoot him with the fucking bow. Cure Serious. Let's not fuck around. Is there something I need to get to remove some nonsense? Maybe. But I'm not going to. I'll Cure Serious all the time. 2nd level. I'm not much of a spellcaster. I don't like having a million different spells memorized. I kind of like not having that much choices. So, you know what? It's all Cure Moderates all day. 1st level. Cure elements. Endure elements kind of sucks. Divine Favor is a really good buff. It only lasts for a minute. But it gives you a pretty good bonus. Same with Shield of Faith. But that doesn't stack with deflection bonus for magic items, and I'll probably have a deflection bonus for magic items. So, all Cure Lights. So now I have tons of healing, and I can do some Flame Strikes and some Walls of Fire, and I can summon 2 elementals. And even more healing. So let's go ahead and see if it will let me rest. Get my spells. Resting on the floor with the door open instead of in the bed with the door closed like a normal person. My character's a little weird. He's a little eccentric. A fire cleric. Alright, now I forgot how I actually use magic. Special abilities. Crafting skills, taunt. Cleric. Mount actions. I don't remember mounts even being a thing in this. Turn undead. Stealth mode. Detect mode. And I want to get some stuff on my bar here. Let's see how I do that. Maybe I open my spellbook back up. Please tell me when I mouse over these. It will tell me what they are. Because I'm totally going to forget the different icons. I mean, I know I've arranged them from highest level to lowest level, so that should help. Alright, I've got a ton of spells. And I'm a cool rogue guy. I like this character build concept. I've never tried a character like this before. Rogue cleric. Armory. Oh, before I look in there, let's see what I actually have in my inventory. I've got the Yawning Portal Dagger. This is a complimentary dagger supplied to all guests of the inn? What? I am staying at the wrong inns, you guys. Please direct me to this hotel. I check into a hotel and they're like, here you go. Have a complimentary +2 dagger. On us. I'm like, wow, that's pretty fucking good. That's a lot better than like those little things of soap or whatever. The once flawless blade has been dulled from much use. A stamp on the hilt suggests that it was crafted by a cabal of wizards hidden along the Sword Coast. Wait a minute, Wizards of the Coast? I should check my journal real quick, too. Relic of the Reaper. Okay, hold on, I've got the Relic of the Reaper. This artifact, the artifact has been yours since you found it, or perhaps it found you in the Plane of Shadows. The Relic of the Reaper will teleport you to a tiny Nexus dimension ruled over by an enigmatic being you know only as the Reaper. Don't fear him. The relic allows you to use it to bind a location to one of the doors in the Reaper's realm, allowing you instant transportation there. The Reaper will also snatch you to his realm on the instant of your death. Both of these uses, the binding and the saving, cost the use of a rogue stone. More information can be gained from the Reaper himself, though your strange servant has never exactly been forthcoming on the relic's true nature, or even his own. And that's this thing. You discovered this artifact when you were briefly trapped in the Plane of Shadows. Ever since you first picked it up, it's refused to leave your possession. Drop it, throw it away, crush it. Always it immediately reappears, pulsing warmly with power as it ever does. Its main ability that you know of is that it can teleport you to a pocket dimension ruled over by a mysterious being that calls itself the Reaper. The Reaper's dimension is a nexus of sorts. Okay, this says the same thing that we... Where the Reaper comes from or how the Relic Stone was created has never been revealed to you. You suspect that one day its mysterious history will catch up with you. For the moment, however, it's been far more of a boon. So hypothetically, I could use this right now, but I don't think I need to do all that. Can I get multiple hotbars? I've already forgotten. Also, let me get a little bit more of this log showing. Oh, yes, I can hold down shift and have a whole other... and control and have a whole other hotbar. Alright. See what I wrote in my journal. Tamsel, the innkeeper's daughter, has informed you that her father, Durnan, is waiting for you in the main room downstairs. You should go speak to him once you get your equipment from the Yawning Portal's armory. Although all your equipment has been stolen, you're free to visit the Yawning Portal's armory. There you should find suitable gear to replace the equipment that was taken from you. I doubt it's going to be all that suitable. I got a sonic trap kit, but I did not take any points in the set trap skill, so I will not be using traps. That's going to get sold. I got an unidentified dagger, which I don't have enough lore to identify. I got an unidentified gem. I got a rogue stone. Rogue stones are powerful gems that release a tremendous amount of energy when properly consumed. The relic that has attached itself to you is able to devour these gems in order to provide you with protection from death and unlimited means of transportation. And I've got a book. This large tome has a rather interesting title, Shadows of Undertide, written by one D. Scalesinger. Okay, so Shadows of Undertide is the name of the first DLC, or, you know, new campaign they came out with for this game. And D. Scalesinger is Deacon, who is a little kobold bard who is in that. And actually, Deacon shows up in a variety of other games. But this is where he originated. And I'm pretty sure he's in this, too. Yeah, he is in this. He is in this. Inside its pages is the full account of an adventure from earlier in your career. Your first adventure, in fact. The facts seem a bit exaggerated according to your memory, but that apparently didn't stop the book from becoming a great hit amongst the nobility in several major cities throughout Faerun. For a time, you had the unique experience of becoming a household name. People who you didn't know would shout out to you happily as you passed, or treated you like a trusted friend. The fame eventually died down somewhat, which was a relief at the time, but you have held onto a copy of the book as a souvenir. As for the author, a kobold bard by the name of Deacon, you haven't met him since those early days. Part of you has to wonder if you aren't owed some royalties. Right. Okay, great. Finally, we're done reading stuff. We'll hit the G. Wow! Some super victory music for opening that door! The game is really proud of me for opening that. Oh, goodness! Now we're talking. You know I'm taking all of this, right? Absolutely all of it. I'm gonna run out of weight limit. Picking up 50 throwing axes pretty much just jacked my weight limit. Maybe I can take them downstairs and sell them or something, though. So there's some stuff we want right now. A +2 longbow? Hell yeah. Some darts, some bullets, a sling. Some regular arrows. Do I just... There we go. Boop. Shurikens. 50 +2 throwing axes. Neverwinter Nights EE. Actually, no. This is the non-EE. This is the just the E. With a just no additional E involved. 3,000 gold, a silver necklace. Apparently it's not magical. Bunch of rogue stones, a book. Some thieves' tools. I am so overburdened. And yet I must have all the things. Taking a perfectly reasonable share of these items. Acid flash, a bunch of shitty daggers. Alright, I'm not gonna take the shitty items. They're not gonna be worth anything. Alright, now I'm carrying way the fuck too much weight, but let's see what I want to equip here. I got a commoner's outfit. I got some banded mail, some chain mail. Max dex on that is 2. Really? There's no magical like leather type armor, huh? Am I missing a rack? No? Alright, that's fine. Wait, except for that leather armor that I had in the beginning is gone. Why is it gone? So I don't even have any armor. I mean, I'm not gonna wear one of these because I'm not gonna take a -5 check penalty. What is this? It's just a regular shitty helmet. I guess I'm wearing a commoner's outfit till I can get some leather armor. I look pretty common. Boots of reflexes +2. In the dark night of Om, the rich and powerful protect themselves from the predation of the shadow thieves by constructing elaborate traps throughout their homes. To counter this, the shadow thieves created these boots to quicken the reactions of their top assassins and burglars. +2 to reflex. Potions of clarity. I don't remember what clarity does. Helps you against mind-affecting spells, I guess. Potion of endurance. Helps you endure. Inventory note. These items are intended for use only during an emergency. Please take only what you need. Some special notes on our more exotic equipment. Potion of Clarity, useful for warding off fear effects and other mental distortions. Bark Skin, purchase these from druids outside the city proper. They insist they will harden the skin of an adventurer. Most useful for those who don't wear armor. Ale, best used only in the most dire of circumstances. And Fox's Cunning gives you some intelligence. You know what? I'm gonna keep it real here. I'm only gonna take things that I'll use. There'll be plenty of loot. Potion of Speed. Ooh, gives you haste. Very nice. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna keep... Apparently there's no magical... Oh, there are magical sling bullets. I'm gonna keep that in case I need bludgeoning damage for some reason. I'll use the sling. I might use an acid flask. Rings. Use tools. Healer's kits. Gloves. Founding portal dagger. I'm not going to use that. Alright. There. Now I'm back under my inventory limit. And I can equip this other stuff. Magic bow. Commoner's outfit. Both of agility +2. Attempting to form an anti-thieves guild, Ronger Delphos. A successful merchant paid thieves to become security experts to guard merchants in Waterdeep. The guards were trained to use wands with the Hold Person spell to capture the thieves for interrogation. To counteract this security measure, magical belts were purchased by the Thieves Guild, which nullified the effects of such spells. In the escalating war between the two guilds, many of these belts found their way into pawn shops and equipment stores. +2 dex and freedom, which makes you immune to movement impairing effects. Also got some gloves here. Only usable by monk. Well, in that case, let's just put those back too then. Amulet of Natural Armor +1. When old age forced his retirement from combat, the warrior Talon became a tutor instead, instructing local youths in the fighting arts. His longtime interest in magic was rekindled, and as his skill improved, he began creating these amulets to prevent his students from injuring themselves. Eventually, his work became so good that he gave up the quiet life and resumed adventuring, amulets in tow. A little natural armor bonus. Short sword. Ring of Protection +2. This ring and several of its type were originally crafted to protect the sons of King Castor de Wes, though the creator is unknown. The rings remained within that family for at least 13 generations and were all lost within the space of one. Enmity between the king's heirs and those of the ring's crafter are rumored to be the cause of their disappearance. What is this one? Confounded by the inability to wear more than 2 magical rings at once and desiring the powers of several of his own rings, Jagan Marsk, a Termish noble, researched the combining of powers in magical rings. While what he was really hoping for was to combine invisibility with teleportation, he eventually had to settle with this ring that provided a measure of magical protection with a handy light source. That's not nearly as good. He now sells these rings to finance his ever-growing obsession with more powerful combinations. It is shedding light. Use tools +10. I wonder if these are a single-use thing. These obviously are, because I have 8 of them. A healer's kit. No, don't drink that. Oh. Too late. I was gonna say, you know what? Fuck putting those things in the slots, because I'm just gonna sell them, I think. Maybe the clarity would be helpful. And the speed. I lied, I'm not gonna sell them. I wish there was like a sort inventory button. Because now I gotta do inventory Tetris. I don't have to do it, but you know what I'm saying. I basically have to do it. What happened to that book that I found? Not this book. There was a book that... Oh, oh, those are both. So I thought those... Oh, arrows +1. Glad I didn't miss out on those. There was a book. Oh yeah, somehow I didn't even get this stuff. I don't need that necklace. I need those rogue stones. And I'll take that book. Well, I messed up their whole organizational scheme here. But... I visited the armory. Alright, I should go speak to him. Alright, we're done messing around now. Oh, we gotta read this book. Hold on. We just gotta read this book. In a time when the north was always warm and the seas of the world were deeper, empires of inhuman peoples dominated the lands of Toril. In the elven tradition, these were the days when the Iquar Tel Quasir, or creator races, tamed the wilds, built towering cities of stone and glass on the shores of the warm seas, spanned the wilderness with winding roads, and fought wars of extermination. Such was their hatred toward each other. These were the Days of Thunder. Isn't there a movie called Days of Thunder about car racing? First of these ancient creators was a Saurian race that built an extensive, if short-lived, civilization. Its survivors eventually became the Naga, lizard folk, troglodytes, and similar creatures. Supreme among the creator races were the dragons, powerful enough to raid large cities of the other creator races with impunity. Dragons dominated the surface world, claiming vast areas of territory and battling each other for land, mates, and status. The great drakes only suffered setbacks when lesser races mastered magic, and they remain influential today despite the advances of such rabble. Developing in the later stages of the civilization of the Saurians was a race of amphibious shape-changers that crept onto the land to build their proud cities. These creatures contributed to the downfall of the Saurians, but they themselves eventually fell into barbarism under pressure from Sahuagin, merfolk, and Tritons. The survivors of this race are the Lokatha and Taco in the sea. Taco. And doppelgangers on the land. Least known of the creator races are the Sylvan people that populated the forests and other wooded areas, living in harmony with nature and leaving few traces. It is believed that their civilization fragmented after a great plague created by a draconic or demonic power. Their descendants are the sprites, Korrid, and other small woodfolk that populate secret parts of the Forgotten Realms today. Their realms are actually forgotten. And the last of the creator races, and the one that spent the longest time in a primitive state, are the humans. Always adaptable and ingenious, when circumstances allowed for their rise to prominence, humans make advances with incredible speed and efficiency. Of the 5 creator races, only they truly have a civilization today. The dragons war with each other as individuals, and the other kinds have vanished from the world. I don't need this book anymore. Alright. So now I've got a 21 AC. Oh, look at my attack bonus with my bow. It's pretty decent. Plus 17 to hit with my first shot. Plus 12 to hit with my second shot. Oh, you know what else I should do? Cast spell, cleric, spell special abilities, defensive casting mode. That's all my spells. But let me find my rapid shot, attack, special attacks, parry mode, rapid shot mode. Oh, I need this to be on my bar. It gives me a -2 to my attacks, but it means I get 3 shots instead of 2. But I need to be able to turn that off if need be. Surely there's a way to drag that to my bar. What if I go command other? There's a lot going on here. Other actions, examine, talk to, barter, open lock. Command, oh yeah, that's for your companions. Crafting skills, taunt, count mode, stealth mode, special attacks. Rapid shot mode. Alright, good. I'm going to default with it on, but I can turn it off if I need the more accuracy. And that means I need to put these on here. Okay. Cool. 86 hit points, 21 AC. Got lots of spells, got lots of bows. Let me just check something out real quick. Why is it deactivated? Oh, you can't move with rapid shot on. If I move, it cancels it. So basically, if I'm moving, but if I'm already moving and I turn it on, so I gotta stop and stand still to use rapid shot. Okay, good to know, good to know. I really want to try something real quick. That's my wall of fire. Man, that is a shitty wall of fire graphic. Does it hurt me? Oh, I have evasion and a great reflex save. So I'm kind of lolling. So, oh, that's good to know. So now I know I'm functionally immune to my own wall of fire. Which means I can throw these walls of fire down and just run back and forth across them and make monsters chase me through the wall of fire and keep taking damage. That's pretty L. Oh, L. Let's see what Flame Strike looks like. Now, let's see what happens if I drop that right on top of myself. Again, I can evasion right out of that. Oh, that's fantastic. So I don't have to worry about this hitting me. It's fantastic. Oh, so evasion is such a nice thing to combine with being a spellcaster. Because I can drop spells right on myself. Let's see what's going on in here. Locked, eh? I've shifted my alignment toward chaotic? Look, I'm not gonna steal anything, really, maybe. I just want to look. I don't need that shit. I'm not a thief. Well, I mean, I am kind of a thief, but... Common room. Alright. Tannerell. Let's see who this person is.
I greet you.
That fucking zoom in. This ancient-looking man appears ready for battle, though his frail body can barely keep itself upright beneath the weight of his armor.
Am I so old that I am of no use to anyone? I'm one of the few.
Hold on, I'm trying to... Hold on a sec, sorry. One day I will find the unusual room. The unusual room?
I'm one of the few who's entered Undermountain and returned to tell the tale. But now they tell me I'm too old to help Waterdeep against these foes.
You could help me by telling me about Undermountain. His eyes brighten a little.
Do you want to hear about Undermountain? Really? I would really love, I would be honored to help you. They say Undermountain is never the same, always changing. But there is one thing about that foul labyrinth that never changes. Its creator, Halaster.
Halaster.
Halaster is a wizard of great and terrible power. Centuries ago he built Undermountain, and he has controlled it ever since. They say he is completely mad. But there is a method to his madness. If you understand how the mage's mind works, it is possible to enter Undermountain and survive, as I have done.
I have always been told Undermountain is unpredictable.
Undermountain is forever changing. Its very architecture twisted and distorted on Halaster's whim, but the nature of the dungeon always remains the same. Undermountain is designed to confuse and disorient you. Traps and tricks lay in wait around every corner. Never allow yourself to grow complacent. Always expect the unexpected.
Yep, that's why I'm a rogue. You know what? I really love how they made this, the text box take up this small space up in the corner, just so that you can enjoy the glory of the graphics unimpeded. Like, please, for the love of God, cover this shit up.
Oh.
Why would it be that way?
I think it has something to do with the idea that death is a journey. I could be wrong. I would never claim to understand Halaster. Not really. I just know the patterns now.
That is a useful piece of information. Thank you. His face flushes red and his shoulders straighten with pride.
That is not the only suggestion I can make. Watch out for mirrors. They almost always hide something. Sometimes something good. Often something very bad. And greed is a dangerous, often fatal flaw in Undermountain.
It usually is anywhere.
Far more so in Undermountain. Halaster counts on adventurers being greedy. He starts by offering a little treasure. Then there will be a little...
Doing this voice is fucking me up. Remember, the game came out around the same time as Morrowind. I know. I bought this game and Morrowind on the same day. Came home, tried Morrowind, played it for like an hour, said fuck this game, never played it again. Tried this game, loved it, played like fucking hundreds of hours of it. I don't think, even at the time, I don't think I thought these graphics looked good. I always remember thinking this was a pretty ugly looking game. I know the graphics on everything were pretty bad back then, but because they went to 3D, all the games from that era look like shit if they went to 3D. Back then, you could still make games that looked nice if they were 2D, if they were isometric, 2D type of, or, you know, but if you tried to do full 3D like this, the games look like ass until they developed the technology to make 3D games that actually looked good. It's the same thing with Morrowind, like you say. It's the same thing with Deus Ex. A lot of games came out around the same time, and they're full 3D games back before they learned how to make full 3D games that looked good. And those games look horrible now. They've aged really badly. Whereas a lot of old 2D games still look good because they already knew how to make 2D graphics that looked good, you know, and they had the technology for it.
Then there will be a little danger, but nothing you cannot handle. If you continue, eventually the big trap will be set off. That is where most adventurers die. Of course, surviving the big trap can sometimes mean big rewards. Notice I said sometimes.
I noticed. I did notice.
Halaster is unpredictable. Sometimes he rewards courage and bravery. Other times your trials will give you nothing. It's as if the wizard is making a mockery of these values.
Is there anything else you can tell me?
Well, that's all I can think of for now. Maybe I will remember more later.
Sorry. Certain voices when I try to do them make my throat super unhappy. Goodbye, and thanks for the help. His eyes twinkle in a satisfied way.
Thank you, lad. It is my duty and my pleasure to assist you. Tyr protect you on your journey.
Ooh, I got 150 XP for talking to that dude. Which I was really excited about until I just remembered I'm level fucking 15. 150 XP is nothing. It's the most nothing of nothings. Let's see if it tells me how much I need for the next level. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no problem. I need 120,000. Good thing I got that 150. That'll speed me on my journey. Yeah, Baldur's Gate looks ridiculously much better. Exactly, or Baldur's Gate 2. Because it's not full 3D like this. There's Siphus Ordine over here.
I greet you.
Although this man looks human, faint traces of elven features reveal a mixed heritage. He appears to be meditating, but as you approach, his eyes open and he smiles in greeting. Good morning to you, friend. I'm glad to see you up and about this morning. I believe today you and the other heroes here shall finally hear what good Durnan has planned for you all. Hopefully he can shed some light on the recent assassinations and the denizens of the dark that are appearing to make war on this fair city. You'd only need to do that 800 more times? Yes! Who are you? My name is Siphus, a monk of the Guarded Mind Order. I've traveled here in hopes of finding new insights into the creatures of the dark who now ravage this city. Very little has been written on the Underdark, and little of what has been written is verifiable. My order is interested in learning the truth of such things. And if what I've heard from others here is true, you are a famed adventurer. Perhaps I shall have to put some thought into documenting your presence in this war. You want to write about me? You have the bearing of one who shapes events and history. If that proves to be the case, I'll have little choice but to chronicle your participation in events here. I don't remember this guy. Is this guy a companion? Because I don't remember him at all. I must have never taken him if he is one. And, who are your masters? That knowledge is not something members of our order share. Strict rules are in place to keep our order safe. Yeah, Temple of Elemental Evil, again, looks a lot better.
Simply know that I'm an observer, nothing more. I wish you luck in whatever lies ahead, but I will not be a part of it.
Let me ask you some questions.
So long as your questions do not infringe upon the strict laws of my order, I shall do my best to answer them.
What else can you tell me about who you are and why you're here?
We already said exactly that.
You mentioned something about assassinations.
I have heard that several key citizens of Waterdeep have been found dead, with evidence that drow were involved.
Oh shit, Tim! Good to see you, buddy! Thank you for the birthday love and the fat 2,500 bits. That is so much bits. That's incredible, thank you. I appreciate it. Man, it is good to see that you love me 1,000 bits more than Son Gnif does. How you doing, Tim? Good to see you, buddy. I think a bit is a cent, yeah. Well, no. It costs you a little bit more than a cent for a bit. A cent is what I get. Well, hypothetically. I still have yet to ever receive any money from Twitch. Habitual present giving. Nice, Nox. Bits are directly correlated with respect and love, yes. And nobility. Nobility of the giver is directly proportionate to amount of bits given. Also levels of chi. Who is Durnan?
Durnan is the End Cape and by all accounts a good man. He has shown his loyalty to Waterdeep through the years, and is well respected by her most prominent citizens. Prominent. Because of the Yawning Portal, this inn has access to the dungeon called Undermountain. Durnan is organizing some sort of expedition. That is really all I can tell you. Durnan's waiting downstairs. Should be making his announcement any time. I'm eager to learn what he has to say so that I may add it to my notes.
I think that's all the questions I have for now.
Anything else you'd like?
Did you want to work with me?
I thank you for the offer, but I'm afraid not. My main role here is observation rather than interaction. I will learn what I can from studying the enemy, not fighting him. I don't expect you or any of the others to understand the beliefs of my order, but we don't involve ourselves in wars. We observe and record, that's all.
You're basically on the side of the monsters. When you do that shit, the monsters win, sir. I say good day.
May your journey expand your mind and fill your life with wonders.
Don't care, I'm not listening. Ooh. Son, you are so awesome. Gifting a tier 1 sub to Nox? Thank you. Now Nox can use all my great emotes. LOL. Man, Son gifted me a sub to somebody else just the other day. Son is just gifting subs to people left and right. Your generosity is recognized and appreciated, sir. Recognized and appreciated. Well, it's not going to be locked for long. I didn't make a rogue just so I could not open doors. You know what I'm saying? I don't intend to steal from this room, but I do intend to find out what's in here. A haste scroll. Oh, that's tempting. Oh, because I can't use scrolls anyway. Wait, why is this map so tiny, Toons? Can it be embiggened? Can be embiggened a little bit. Alright, we're going downstairs. I don't know if we're gonna... Yeah, to Balding Phoenix, exactly. Balding Phoenix is a good streamer. You guys should give him a follow. He's Australian. And he's a cool guy. I'm gonna summon my guy now. Hopefully I get a fire elemental. Water elemental? Damn it! Blasphemy! Well, I'm not gonna get rid of it because... You know, I could though. And then I could just rest if I don't get... No, that's stupid. We'll keep the water... We'll keep the water elemental, but... I need to test some shit. So that I understand here. First of all, what can I do with this guy? Can I move him around of my own? I can talk to my water elemental. I need you to cast a spell. Never mind. Cast a group of buffing spells. Cast all the buffing spells you have on me. It has no buffing spells. I'm gonna change your tactics. Try to remain stealthy? No, it's fine. Do whatever the fuck you want, Elemental. I'm supposed to have a fire elemental, damn it. Air elemental? No! Get out of here, air elemental. All you really wanted from the game was a better frame rate and GUI scaling. Yeah, GUI scaling would be good. They didn't deliver on the first. I've never. Have you seen the? Oh, that's exactly what you're talking about. The EE. Really, it was done poorly. That sucks. I haven't even seen the EE of this. There we go. Huge fire elemental. Yeah. Now we're ready to fucking rock. We're ready to rock out with our cocks out. Just kidding. We are gonna rock out though. Don't buy it, it's a fucking joke. Hey, good to know. Thanks for letting me know. Boy, look who's here. Come speak with us, my friend. Well met. Oh, these are the companions from the original... Neverwinter Nights campaign. Except Sharwan? I don't think I remember her. With their haughty gaze and challenging I didn't know you could look at people! Hold on. Hold on. Hold the fuck on. Wait. I didn't know there was text when you looked at people. Yeah, we're... Back it up. Back it up. You fuck yes, we're gonna examine every person. Though frail with age, this noble paladin still maintains an air of dignity. Although this man looks human, faint traces of elven blood reveal a mixed heritage. His face is careworn, as of one who has seen and experienced much hardship throughout his life. See, it added immeasurably to my experience reading that about those characters. It would add more to read the description before I talk to the character, which is what I'll try to do from now on. Alright. Who's this? Parley. Though far from the forest, this druid seems remarkably at ease in her surroundings. This is just one of the many refugees who have come to Durnan's Inn seeking shelter from the attacks on Waterdeep. More refugees. They're probably all going to say the same thing. Linu, I remember her. She's a cleric from the first campaign. While rubbing a stain off her shirt, this young elf glances around with a cheerful visage. Yet there is a hardiness. I thought it said a hardness. I'm like, a hardness? There's a hardiness that belies her gentle exterior. There's an achievement for examining every actor and object in the game. Okay, well, I don't think I'm going to examine every object necessarily. Well, maybe I will. Tommy Undergallows, he's a rogue. This halfling scrutinizes his surroundings with a mischievous look that, given time and opportunity, can only mean trouble. Classic, and then Dalen Red Tiger is like a big half-orc barbarian or something. This imposing half-orc barbarian wears the colors of the Uthgard Red Tiger tribe. There's something honorable in his gaze that sets him apart from others of his race. And then there's Sharwyn. With her haughty gaze and challenging posture, this beautiful young bard almost dares people not to notice her. Bard, eh? And more refugees. Okay. I know I just saved. It's called Josiah-ing around. It should be called that. Josiah speed. Imagine the stress if you finish the game and don't get the achievement but have been trying hard for the previous 400 hours. And somehow you realize the thing that you forgot to examine was like way back in the beginning.
Hello there.
A pretty but quiet elf sips wine carefully from her glass. She seems really tiny for an elf. Of course, I guess she's not as tiny as that little halfling or whatever. Before speaking, with all that is out of balance in this age, let my hospitality welcome and comfort you. Thank you. Times of stress and war do not exempt one from good manners, a lesson I am glad to see you understand. My name is Parley. I am a druid out of Vasa, and you would be Fire Snake, correct? Yes, how did you know? I have heard a few tales about you since I came to this part of the world. I used to dream of having tales told about me. It was another rogue such as yourself that convinced me to leave my homeland and enter this civilized world. Okay, you take 3 levels of rogue and you're a rogue. I'm 11 levels of cleric. Can't I be a cleric? Can't I be a holy man? You get a little bit of rogue in you and all of a sudden, from then on, you're just rogue. That's like, you know what? If I fucking became the, like, pastor of a church, they'd still be like, ex-convict Josiah Castle. You look a little roguey. I do, I guess. I do look roguey. Forgot to examine the invisible cow. Ah, that's where they always get you. That's where they always get you, Nox. Alright. Enter this civilized world. But I'm sure you have no interest in hearing about my struggles. You must have enough of your own. True, I really do not want to know. Sometimes it helps to share your troubles with someone else. That is very kind. It is just such a response that is the source of my problems, though. I was content to live in my forest and tend to nature. Solitary, yet not lonely. Until I met Faragati. Change my mind, don't want to know. He was a half-elf from the city who found me meditating by a small brook. I motioned for him to join me, and he sat at my side, simply staring at me. Okay, Tim, here we go. Normally this text would change to reflect your cleric status, but given who the player is, of course they're sticking with rogue. Listen, I have these things in my inventory called rogue stones, and as soon as I saw them, I'm like, oh, I found some of Tim's stones. I kill things that stare at me? That would be strange.
Once I had finished my meditations, we spoke at length. He told me how he had left the city to see the unfamiliar wonders of the forest, and he raved about the beauty of my world. After a time, I asked him about the life he had left behind. Who the fuck is this guy? Get off my shit. Listen, Friar Tuck, move the fuck along. Thank you. I thought he would disparage the city as an ugly, filthy place, but he did not. The city, he said, had its own unique beauty. After he left, his words stayed with me. I realized I needed to emerge from my retreat and sample the world and all it had to offer, so I came here. And you know what I have found? I have no idea. As much as I love nature, I love the bustle of the city as well. Everyone leads a life that is as important to him or her as storing nuts is to a squirrel. Ah, yes, the classic nut level of importance. How important is this? It's nut important, guys. This is serious shit. Everybody listen up. This is nut important. Hashtag nut important. Nox pun about nuts coming in 2 seconds. And so I find myself in a quandary. How can I reconcile my life as a druid to a life in the city? Well, I must say you are much less obnoxious than most druids. We're not fucking around. Nice, Tim. Yo, this guy keeps getting up on my shit. He needs to know something. Here is something you can't understand. How I could just kill a man. Actually, he's green, which means I actually couldn't kill him. But whatever. Thank you for your time. Wait, the answer must come from what... I didn't even notice that! I'm not looking for an answer from you. The answer must come from within me. But thank you for your time. Well, that's where the answer always comes from, doesn't it? Nuttin' is more important. Nice, Nox. And you're probably right, Maz. It's probably based on what my first point was, just like you say. Can I ask you some questions? I will do my best to give you the truth of things. So what brought you to Waterdeep specifically? A good question, and one that strikes to the heart of my troubles. I was content to live in my forest and tend to nature. So wait a minute. She just said the same thing. I mean, admittedly, I did ask her a dumb question of exactly what she just explained to me. But, you know, I thought she might have a different answer. What do you think of these attacks? They frighten me, and I think that should I remain here too long, my path can only lead to death. Perhaps you have the strength that I lack. Perhaps not. My strength is only like 8, so not really. Well, would you like to work with me? I do not think so. Please do not take this personally. It's just that I'd promised an old friend that I would meet him here and we would work together. Right. I always get that excuse. I'm waiting for my friend. Whatever. Rejected. He is late, but I am patient. I will wait for him here rather than go rushing off into adventure without him. But thank you for your kind and generous offer. Yeah. Goodbye, sir. May your paths be ever-changing. I don't take rejection well. Okay, that didn't do anything. Is there not a quick load button? There's just quick save. I just want to drop flame strikes on shit. Alright, we've talked to Parlay. What's the refugees got to say? You just about hit me with your weapon. Please put it away.
welcome to you.
I hope you're going to use that weapon to teach those monsters a lesson about invading Waterdeep.
Hi.
My doll's name is Snaffy, and she isn't afraid of any dark monsters.
Oh, it's not a halfling. It's a child.
I greet you.
Here's our old friends. Alright, let's talk to Linu. Elf cleric. I think she's a cleric of Sehanine, if I remember correctly. Just a quick visit for me today. Have a good one. Thanks, Tim. Thanks for the birthday wishes and the birthday gift. I really appreciate it. Good to see you. I'll see you again soon. Enjoy being rogue.
Blessed be.
This elven woman has a pleasant aura about her as she nods her head to you respectfully. You notice a silver amulet around her neck, marking her as a cleric of the elven goddess Sehanine Moonbow. Hey, that memory! I never remember anything, but I remembered that.
You are welcome amongst us, dear. I understand everyone here has been awaiting your arrival with great anticipation.
Alright, I like her voice a lot. Alright, so her voice, that voice acting, that is how I intended, Kyria to sound in the Sands of Slavery game. Of course, I couldn't really make my voice sound like that, but that's what Kyria sounded like in my head. Ooh, Dalen's talking too.
The innkeeper has refused to acknowledge the rest of us until Firesnake makes an appearance. I, for one, did not journey so far to render aid only to be ignored.
There is no need to be unkind, Dalen. This man deserves our respect. He is an adventurer of worth, and the fact that he is here is a boon to our cause.
Huh! There ain't no cause that I know about that's gonna pay me 100,000 gold like this one will, eh? I suddenly can't think of a voice for Charlene that doesn't sound like...
I agree with Tommy. Gold speaks louder than any cause I've ever heard of. That is an odd thing for a bard to say, Sharwin. Have you no sense of the epic? I wonder if our friend here would agree with you.
Then why do we not ask him? What of it, Fire? What has brought you to Waterdeep in its hour of need?
Don't squeeze the Sharwin! Nice. Nice. Listen, toilet paper lady. Let's see, what do I want to say? If it ever becomes your business, I'll let you know. Done on gold for heroes. I'm here to do the right thing. The half-orc relaxes a bit and nods, pleased.
I'm pleased to hear that. The city of Neverwinter was once saved by one who chose to do the right thing, as you say.
The elven cleric regards you for another moment.
I am told you're a man of faith, Fire.
Oh, so she recognizes that I'm a cleric. Thank you.
It will be a pleasure to adventure together and get to know you better.
Hey now. I'd like that.
Well, perhaps he wants to speak to Dern and we shall have that chance. I look forward to it, dear.
Can I ask you some questions?
Of course.
Tell me about yourself.
Oh,
she blushes slightly.
I am no one important, my lord. My name is Linu Lanaral, servant to Sehanine Moonbow. Pleased to make your acquaintance. My companions are good people, my lord, despite how they might often talk. Unlike myself, I suspect they have mostly come for the reward.
She's just dissing the fucking the morals and virtues of these other people that are standing right there. Like, unlike these fucking amoral assholes. What is this reward again?
Would that the Lords of Waterdeep could merely make a call for champions of honor and stout heart to come to their aid at this dire hour, and it would be so. But no, of course they must offer coin if they are to attract adventurers. 100,000 gold pieces to anyone who can put a stop to the menace.
Okay, that's a fucking lot. Now, these people know how to reward you for a quest. None of this, oh, go fucking fight an army of the undead and come back and we're like, here you go. 8 gold, enjoy it. These people know how to give a fucking reward. 100,000 gold is good shit. The ones that don't recognize you are just making a clerical error. I hope you felt that. Captain Prague style reward.
I must admit, even I am tempted to think what good could be done with so much gold. I must steel myself only to think about the threat that lies ahead in Undermountain.
And what do you know about Undermountain?
Very little, dear. They say a mad wizard has created a massive dungeon underneath Waterdeep's mountain, filled with evil I cannot even describe. How they have coexisted together until now, I have no clue.
Tell me about these friends of yours.
They are, well, not friends exactly. At first I voyaged with them out of necessity, because our goals coincided even if our hearts did not. They have proven themselves to be champions of good, regardless of their intentions, however, so I have remained with them. It is a satisfactory arrangement.
You sense the deadpan camera stare? Yeah. Why don't you join me instead?
That is a tempting offer, my lord, but I would be leaving my companions without proper healing and on short notice. I cannot. But thank you anyhow. I still hope that we'll be able to assist each other once we're at Undermountain.
Do you know anything about what's going on in Waterdeep?
Not much, no. I am hoping that when Durnan begins, he will be able to enlighten all of us as to what exactly is occurring. As I understand it, the forces of Waterdeep have been besieged from within for several weeks now. Creatures from Undermountain have been appearing everywhere and wreaking havoc. The city itself has been brought to a standstill. No one is allowed to move about freely. The very streets are blockaded. They cannot go on much longer like this.
And where do I find Durnan?
I believe he is in the next room. He should not be hard to locate.
Alright, I should go. Thank you, Linu.
I believe Master Durnan is waiting for you in the other room, dear. Good luck.
Well, he's gonna wait a little bit longer. Because I gotta talk to Tommy.
Hi now. Something else you need?
Hey, that is what the kind of voice I gave him, basically. Kinda. Not really, actually. The halfling smiles brightly at you. And who are you?
You haven't heard of me? Well, that's mighty strange. Name's Tommy Undergallows, rogue of renown and a bit of a bloody rapscallion, if I do say so myself. I'm here for the reward, just like everyone is, eh?
What is this reward again?
Well, the city's being attacked time and again by critters from Undermountain. Unpleasant mess, that is. They're offering a heap of gold if anybody can find out what's up. And if somebody can actually stop the attacks, it's something like 100,000 gold they're offering. Who couldn't use that, eh? You'd figure with that kind of coin, every self-styled hero from here to Rashomon would have come running. Guess they're all just afraid of Undermountain. More for Tommy, I says.
Tell me about these friends of yours.
Oh, they're not so bad. Just some folks I found up in Neverwinter that all wanted to come. They did. They all wanted to come, they did. For the reward, no doubt. Kid says as I knows them all very well. If you want to know so much, then why didn't you ask him about it?
When this game came out, voice acting meant multi-disc packaging. Yeah, there's very, very little voice acting in this. You could, at a discounted price, get the voice your own NPC version. Yeah, that's the version I have. Did I already ask him this? Yeah. Why don't you travel with me instead?
You know, that's right, tempting that is. Let's just see what that Durnan fella has to say first before we make any decisions like that, eh?
Do you know anything about what's going on in Waterdeep?
Not so much. There's all sorts of beasties attacking the city, I hear, but nobody knows why. Probably just because they're beasties. Don't know why there needs a reason. Guess it's gotten so bad that they've gone and shut down the city. You aren't allowed on the bloody streets no more, unless the militia cut you down where you stand. I wouldn't go outside if I were you. I did, and even Sneaky Pete himself couldn't have gotten very far out there. Them guards got their eyes peeled but good.
And where do I find Durnan?
He's in the other room, I reckon.
I reckon? He starts fate-shifting people.
If you hear someone really loud, it's gotta be him.
I should go.
Aye, alright. You better get into the other room anyway. That fella who runs the inn is waiting for you.
And then there's my boy, Dalen. Dalen is unaware that he is my boy, but he is my boy.
Well met, friend.
Whoa! That's not what his voice sounded like in my head. The muscled barbarian nods to you in quiet acknowledgement. Who are you?
My name is Dalen, once of the Uthgard Red Tiger tribe. I have traveled much of the civilized lands in the years since I left my people.
I'm still gonna do the voice my way.
Fortunately, I've had the opportunity to participate in many noble deeds. Reward or no, coming to Waterdeep may afford me the chance to continue in that vein.
And, what did you say this reward was?
You have not heard. The lords of Waterdeep are anxious for this invasion to be halted naturally. Waterdeep is the most prosperous city of the north. Its danger is everyone's. The lords seek information, and should someone actually prove able to halt the attacks, a total of 100,000 gold has been offered as a reward. Anyone could do much with that much gold, even a barbarian such as I. To tell the truth, however, I have come for the challenge of Undermountain itself.
Unlimited voice packs, depending on user capability. What do you know about Undermountain?
I know it's a place of tunnels that reach deep under the earth, created by the mad mage Halaster long ago. More adventurers lie dead in its halls than anywhere else in Faerun. How such a place of danger and monsters has lived in peace underneath Faerun's largest city for so long is difficult to say. Perhaps it was only a matter of time before this happened.
Tell me about these friends of yours.
I met most of my companions in Neverwinter, after the business with the plague had ended. They have proven stalwart, if somewhat misguided, though it's not really my place to judge them. Beware of the halfling Tomi, for he will pick your pockets without even noting he is doing so. The Lady Sharwin is little better, I'm afraid, though a brave woman by any measure. I am most fond of the elven woman, Linu. She is a woman of faith who has always provided us fair guidance.
What do you think about joining me?
Perhaps I might. For the moment, however, I am committed to these companions, and I will not abandon them.
Did I already ask him this? What do you know about what's happening in the city?
It appears that the city is attacked by the forces of Undermountain every few nights. Creatures appear out of nowhere about the city, burning and killing. There has, however, been no concerted invasion. The lords have closed Waterdeep up tight, so as to prevent any attacks from having access to the entire city. This has slowed the city to a standstill as well, of course. Once Waterdeep runs out of supplies, I fear things will quickly become much worse. Of course, should these forces begin a true invasion, supplies will be the least of the city's worries.
Where is Dun-Nat?
He's in the next room, I believe. He's looking for you, so he'll be difficult to miss.
Thank you, Daylan.
You may not wish to keep the innkeeper, Durnan, waiting much longer. He's most anxious to speak to you.
Yeah, he'll be fine. He can calm his shit. There's Drezzy to talk to, there's Sharwin. Alright, let's chat with Sharwin. The beautiful bard. Do you feel the spooniness?
Good to see you again.
The striking woman chuckles as you approach. Who are you?
Me? The name is Sharwin, dear man. Worker of arcane magics and teller of tales. Adventurer and traveler both, as well as a hero of Neverwinter, if you care to hear the tale.
Oi, mate! Don't even get her bloody started!
Oh, well, fine. But those with attention spans shorter than their height, I'll just leave it there. Needless to say, I'm a bard and pleased to be one. Undermountain has a legend all its own, and I think this is my chance to not only see it firsthand, but earn a reward while doing so.
What is this reward?
What is this reward? Did the wrong voice there.
100,000 gold to anyone who can stop the dread creatures from attacking the city, of course. And lesser amounts for good information, I suppose, but who would shoot for less? Just think, not only would we be renowned as the saviors of fair Waterdeep, but we would have plumbed the very depths of Undermountain and survived.
Yeah, that does sound good. Tell me about these friends of yours.
Each one of them has their own story, of course, though they frustratingly keep them mostly to themselves. I'll crack them open one day.
You talk too much, Bard.
It's been interesting adventuring with them, but hardly the kind of epic that'll match the Shadows of Underdark just yet. Right, Fire?
The Shadows of Underdark. How have you heard of that? She laughs and arches an eyebrow.
The book, written about you. Surely you know of it.
Ah, well. How about you travel with me instead?
It'd be interesting to follow your journey, Fire. But I'm here with these companions for now. Should my situation change, so will my decision.
What do you know about what's going on in the city?
Isn't it obvious? It's a city under siege by the forces of shadow and darkness. Drow elves, Spider-Men, humanoids of all shapes and sizes.
Dude, they got Spider-Man out there? Fuck this shit.
All spill from Undermountain's portals now. It is not constant, of course, but the carnage has been severe. And naturally, the very thought of a concerted counterstrike into Undermountain is ludicrous. So, enter us. I just wish the city streets were not closed off. I've not been to Waterdeep in years now, and there are a number of old friends I would look up. I suppose it will just have to wait.
Spider-Man not to be confused with Spider-Cow, because that's the true terror. Tell me about these friends of yours.
Each one of them has their own story, of course, though they frustratingly keep them mostly to themselves. I'll crack them open one day.
Oh, we already read that. Tell me about yourself.
Me? The name is Sharwin, dear man. Worker of arcane magics and teller of tales, adventurer and traveler both, as well as a hero of Neverwinter, if you care to hear the tale.
Oh wait, we already read this too. Shit. I thought I was going to say something different. Alright, where do I find Darnan?
Oh, I don't know. Somewhere in the other room, I suppose.
I should go.
Well, don't forget that poor Durnan is simply dying to see you.
How about everybody remind me that Durnan wants to talk to me? That'd be good. Alright, who the fuck is Drezzy?
Hello!
I'm scared. Do you think the armies will come again when it gets dark?
This dwarf looks as if he could be a fearsome opponent in battle, if he wasn't so drunk. Drunk dwarf!
Hey, what?
With long, dried splatters of blood across his face and an ale in hand, the dwarf looks contented and very drunk. I'll tell you true, I've a taste for blood, and I'm going to taste more. Nothing could hold me back from this here Undermountain. Soon as I'm done my drink, I'm going hunting. I got a hankering for some monster brains served on my axe. How'd you like a taste of that, fair lad? I'll join you in that feast, friend dwarf. He slaps your shoulder and laughs. Aye, I thought you might. And call me Drezzy, won't you? Now me, I've eaten my way through a dragon's intestines to escape a delicate predicament. And I don't mind telling you that a dragon's spleen is the juiciest meal a dwarf could enjoy, particularly while the dragon is still alive. And a much more enjoyable experience than having to eat me way through me brother's partly digested corpse, I promise you that! Wait, start at the beginning. How did you get inside a dragon? I should be thinking, that'd be obvious. He ate me in one big gulp. Me and me family was looking for a new home, and we heard tell about this huge dungeon, what was under Waterdeep, don't you know? We figured the mage that stocked the place could use a good dwarf or two to keep things going, so we came looking for Halaster. You wanted to live in Undermountain? Sure, sounded like a right cozy little place to me family. Sadly, we never found the mage, as we was set upon by one big black dragon. He crawled up its ass, that's gross. That's pretty gross. Wonder if Durnan wants to see you. I'm not sure. It's unclear. The game hasn't told me one way or another. I'm just gonna have to guess. He ate me brother and me pa, though he refused to eat me mother. I suppose she looked right bitter to him and all. He just spit his acid and melted her on the spot. Finally, he grabbed me, swallowed me whole. Unlike me poor family, I was wearing proper magical armor that protected me from the dragon's acid. You really ate your way out of a live dragon. Are you calling me a liar? Every word of that tale be pure truth. And I don't expect to have much trouble with this here dungeon neither. We'll carve that mountain up and massacre our enemies, striking terror into their hearts with maniacal laughter. And I'll bet I can beat you to the bottom, I do. I'll even let you have a head start. That's mighty kind of you. Well, don't count on too many kindnesses, but you seem to have some qualities about yourself worth knowing. If you get in some trouble down there and I wander by, I might even consider helping you. But for now, I wish you the best of luck. I'm just gonna have one more ale before I head down. And he passes out. Nice. Hashtag, why not a stereotype? Alright. Show me the map. To the rooms. To the rooms! So I guess I need to go. Wait, my huge fire elemental only has 88 hit points? Didn't the water elemental have way more than that? Here's my elemental. It's level 16. It's got 25 dexterity. It looks like it'll put a whooping on some fools. And I don't know what kind of magical abilities it has. It's really good at spot and listen. It's got dodge and mobility. Weapon proficiency. But does it have any spells? Like, can it throw fireballs or anything? I guess we'll find out when we get into combat. Durnan. Durnan turns towards you as you enter the common room. A stern and solid man who is rumored to have once been a great warrior. The relief now on his face is clearly visible.
Greetings. I am glad that you made it at last. I trust your accommodations were adequate?
I don't remember requesting the drow. Aside from the thief in my room, very much so. Durden's features harden, a deep anger suddenly evident.
Aye, Chamsel told me what happened. I cannot apologize enough, Fire. Once I would have been able to ensure the safety of my guests, but no longer. The damnable drow come and go as they please, it seems. These are dark times for our city. The enemies of Waterdeep must have learned you had answered our call for heroes. Given your reputation, it's not surprising that they targeted you.
But why would they steal my equipment? Hold on a sec there. A drow thief came in and stole all your equipment? If I'd have known you were such an easy mark, I might have nicked your stuff myself. Fireball. Durnan silences Tommy's laughter with a cold glare.
This is no joking matter. The drow don't play games. I'm guessing the theft was only the first step in their mission. The drow likely figured you'd be more vulnerable without your equipment. A drow assassin would probably have shown up a few seconds later to finish you off in your sleep. Fortunately, you woke up and thwarted their plan. Others in Waterdeep haven't been so lucky. There are several reports of prominent citizens slain in their beds. Waterdeep is under attack. Its people live in fear. That's why I made the call you all responded to. We're going to do something about it.
Why you? Why don't the Lords of Waterdeep deal with this?
The Lords of Waterdeep have their hands full protecting the city. I have experience with Undermountain, so I've been placed in charge of organizing this venture.
Tommy's willing to help, just so long as that 100,000 gold piece reward stays on the table. Not all of us are here because of the gold, Durnan. Some of us truly want to help. Please, tell us what must be done.
The city is under siege. Raiding parties of drow and other creatures rarely seen on the surface are attacking the city. We've determined that these attacks are coming through Undermountain.
But Undermountain has existed for centuries. Why hasn't there been any trouble before?
That's what we need to find out. The labyrinth of Undermountain was created long ago by Halaster, a mage whose power may have rivaled even Elminster himself.
Hey, Tarawak, good to see you. No, this is not the remaster, which, by the way, the remaster, I've seen screenshots, it looks exactly like this. So, from what I understand, the Enhanced Edition is super terrible and a joke, and no one should buy it, and it's not an improvement in any way, basically. So no, this is the original.
Halaster ruled Undermountain like a brutal tyrant. It was his magic that kept the creatures within from pouring out to overrun Waterdeep. Now Halaster has suddenly decided to unleash his creatures on this city, and we need to find out why. I want to know what that mad mage is up to.
It's a creature stampede! Would Halaster even still be alive? Undermountain was built hundreds of years ago, but Halaster is an archmage. Time doesn't mean the same to him as it does to us. I'm certain he's still alive, and that he's involved in these attacks.
It's pretty clear that the answers we seek can't be found here on the surface. The only hope we have of stopping Halaster is to send someone down into Undermountain after him.
So who's all going on this mission? Anyone willing to risk the dangers of Undermountain is welcome. Waterdeep needs all the help it can get. Whether you all work together or alone is up to you, I suppose. As many of you know, this inn is built around one of the entrances to Undermountain. A magical well that descends thousands of feet down into the very depths of that ever-changing labyrinth. Dude, thousands of feet? Do you know how many feet that is? Like, do you know how big thousands of feet is? That's really fucking far down there, I'm just saying. Who built a well that deep? No, I don't intend to send anyone into Undermountain unprepared. That would be suicide. I'll offer you what advice and equipment I can. In fact, I think it might be a good idea if...
Wait, what's that noise, Father?
It's coming from the well room. Durnan listens intently for a moment, before his eyes go wide with the realization of what is about to happen. Oh shit, something's happening. Oh, we just got nuked.
Your city, your race, the ribbon will fall like a
They've come through the walls!
Well, this isn't cool. Well, so much for those companions. I'm getting people killed like I'm Ada up in here. Me, you sleep on all the drow, making them drowsy so they can go home and hibernate. Alright, there's a lot of dickheads here. Let's see. I'm stealth. I can't see shit though. Where's the priestess? Alright, lady. Who did I hurt with that? A Durgar mage. Okay, good. I killed it. Yeah. What the fuck is my fire elemental doing? Kick some ass, bro. Tamsel's near death. Hold on, I just remembered I'm a healer. How many hit points do we think Tamsel has? Tamsel, the innkeeper's beautiful daughter, has a grace and confidence that give her the aura of nobility. Oh, I have to examine all these enemies! Hold on! That give her the aura of nobility. Her smile and her innocent nature make her the popular target of boisterous attentions, which she deflects with humorous quips and a piercing frown. What do drow elite soldiers look like? The unusual red markings on the armor of the drow in Undermountain mark these drow as some kind of community or special clan. Glim Folkor, I don't know who he is, but he's dead. This gnome is one of the many adventurers that has answered Waterdeep's... Yes! There's a dead gnome here! This game is starting off right. As a Durgar... No, that's Dalen. LaFontaine? This guy looks like a douche. This man is one of many adventures. Yeah, we know. Alright, hold on. Then there's Durnan himself. The confident demeanor and burly muscles on this innkeeper indicate a past rooted in either military or high adventure. Durnan is one of the most reputable people in Waterdeep. This is no small feat in a city filled with famed adventurers. The priestess? Female priestesses are the pinnacle of drow society, commanding the attention and obedience of all lesser drow. Okay, alright. Let's, see if I can actually heal Tamsil. I doubt she has that many hit points, so I probably don't need to use any kind of big heal on her. I'll bet a cure moderate will be good enough.
Thank you for saving me.
What happened? I saved her, and she's alive. Okay, now we've got some drow. The priestess is dead. Alright, here we go. It's time to pop off some bullshit. Stealth mode, and then blast on this dude. Alright, feeling good. Wait, there's more? No, we won.
My blade shall shorten your dark existence.
Who all died? From the good guy team. Just Parley, LaFontaine, and Glim Folkor. Tamsil's near death again. Follow me, we must secure the well.
Quick!
Go on, let's be up!
I did not expect
Come on,
it.
let's go!
Thank you for saving me.
Anybody else need some help here? Alright, we've also... Wait! Oh! Somebody's getting resurrected. No! Don't bring that fucking gnome back to life! Why would you do that? Deacon's here. Mayor, White Vesta. I don't know if my elemental actually ever did anything useful in that whole fight. Summon huge fire elemental. Oh yeah, he was putting in work. He was putting in work. How's his health? Perfect. He wasn't touched. Check the journal. Dude, she's resurrecting everybody. She's obviously a more powerful cleric than I am. The yawning portal has come under attack, the drow striking from Undermountain, even as Durnan was in the middle of preparing an expedition to go in and explore the dungeon's depths. Alright. Grab some gold. Potion of Cure Crit. I'll come back and talk to all these people after I come in here and handle business. Closed entrance to Undermountain, 1 gold, closed until further notice.
Fight my enemies!
Let the light go dim!
Am I just standing here dropping sneak attacks on people?
Shall spray like rain.
House soldiers uninjured. I wonder how Durnan will feel about a flame strike on his head. Only one way to find out.
Glory and gold! Now we make war!
Oh, that did so much damage to so many things. Hold on. We need to parse this. I'm damaging target 4, target 3. The fire elemental's immune. Scorch mark, bloodstain, scorch mark, drow house soldier. Okay, so I mostly just damaged a bunch of stuff on the ground and one drow. But it looks like I did not damage any of our allies. I wonder if there's no friendly fire. What difficulty do I have this set on? I have it on D&D Hardcore. So I should be able to hurt allies, but maybe Flame Strike just specifically only hurts enemies. No, it says allies are struck by the fire damage. That's one way to clean the floor. Yeah, it is, Chimerical Jim. Yeah, it is. Oh, we win.
It was a close thing, but I think we've managed to drive them back. I need you four to stay here and guard the well until then.
Oh, fuck! Beholder! What did it just do to me?
Follow that abomination, quickly!
Well, let's not run off half-cocked here. We're running off half-cocked, apparently. There was a disturbingly small amount of cocked in that running off. You're torn about friendly fire in these games? I think friendly fire is good in games like this. How you doing, Chimerical Jim? Resurrected Gnome, I know, right? That sucks. You completed this game and I cannot remember anything that's happened so far. Same here, man. It's been so long since I played this. It's been so long since I played this. Well, they ran off. Bunch of dead Waterdeep militia here. Hold on a second. I'm a high-level cleric. Can I cast Raise Dead? Should be a level 5 spell. I do have Raise Dead. Holy shit. Huh. Oh, but to memorize that, I'd have to give up Flame Strike. That's tough. Sorry, Dead. I guess you're screwed. Now, can I heal my elemental? This was something I was wondering about. Unsummoning? What? Hold on, I gotta see. Hold on. Did it just happen to run out, or does it go away if you try to heal it? And let me heal it that time. That was weird. A high-level cleric and a loincloth and a bow, yeah. Right? Is this the enhanced edition? No, it's not the enhanced edition, Glocka Flocka. How you doing? Welcome. It's just the old edition. Nothing's been updated for 5e in the enhanced edition. It's the same old... They barely changed... They basically didn't change the game at all. It's 3.5 is what it's based on. Alright, well, now I have a filthy fucking water elemental. Although the water elemental has way more hit points than the fire elemental did. Way the fuck more. It's very strong. It's got better armor class too, I think. I feel like the water elemental is better. But how does the water elemental feel about fire? It's immune! Oh, water elementals are good then. Because I don't have to worry about damaging it either. Alright, cool. That's great. The yawning portal has come under attack. The drow striking from Undermountain, even as Durnan was in the middle of preparing an expedition to go in and explore the dungeon's depths. Anything I can loot here? Some thieves' tools. A lot of dead militia here. A sapphire. The blue sapphire is twin to the more precious ruby in all respects but color. In most stones, the sparkling blue color must be brought out by exposure to great heat. Yeah, so fire people like me would like this. Once cooked, the color change is permanent and does not otherwise affect the much treasured durability of the gem. And I didn't pick it up. And I still didn't pick it up. Alright, well, White Vesta's here. Well, let's talk to Durnan and see what's going on. We killed a Dracolich in my Friday campaign last night. Feels good. Oh, that's awesome. What level are your characters? And what edition are you playing? Probably 5th?
Greetings, adventurer.
Durnan wipes the dust off his clothing brusquely, having just recovered from the effects of the Beholder's Ray. His expression is a clear mix of helpless frustration and rage.
Blast those 4 fools! What were they thinking? Rushing headlong into the well like a bunch of impatient children! Don't they realize how dangerous Undermountain is?
I was just playing in a 5e game last night myself. Myself and Nox Moo, who is here. Also, we're just playing a new 5e game set in Dark Sun. It was on my stream. I streamed it. And it was pretty fun. We're going to be playing again on Tuesday. At like 3:30 Pacific time. What was that thing? An eye tyrant, it's called. A beholder, unleashing more magic out of each of its eyes than any wizard can even dream up. And those fools have chased after it into Undermountain. He spits in disgust. They're likely to get themselves killed, running off like that. I wanted an organized foray into Undermountain, not this mess. Do you think that maybe this was planned? He considers your words for a moment, nodding. The drow thief in your room, now this attack. Seems like our enemy has a plan. The others probably ran right into a trap or an ambush. Do you want me to go after them? I don't want you to go rushing off in a blind rage like those others, Fire. You have to be smart about this. You'll need to be properly prepared before you go into Undermountain. You're the only one we can turn to now, Fire. None of the other adventurers here can measure up to you, not even close. You're Waterdeep's last hope. I'll do my best. Durnan nods, relieved. I'm glad to hear that. I truly wish I did not have to place all our hopes on your shoulders, but it appears we have little choice. The well will lead you down into Undermountain. Once you've talked to White Thesta and stocked up on equipment, I can help you up and down. I suspect you have many questions first, however. You know, before the thief came, I had a dream. It was actually a 2E setting, originally. Durnan raises a quizzical eyebrow. A dream? What sort of dream? I'm gonna tell him about the dream. Yeah, it's like Mad Max in D&D. It's post-apocalyptic, everything's all savage, and it's all deserts and shit. It's really cool. He listens as you describe the dream and the drow matron, intensely interested. When you finish, he scratches his beard thoughtfully. Aye, interesting. I've never been one to put much stock in prophetic dreams, but I doubt you would be telling me this if you thought it nothing more than your imagination. I've seen enough to know that having a powerful ally in your corner is something to be grateful for. Usually.
If someone sent you that dream, it might be a good idea to find out who.
You think the dream was sent by an ally?
Why not? You're a man of religious conviction, aren't you? Recognize the clericism.
Hashtag recognize the clericism.
Divine intervention wouldn't be such a hard thing to believe, would it? At least you know someone's watching out for you. At this point, I wouldn't turn away an ally, even an unknown one. In Undermountain, you'll need all the allies you can find.
So what are you going to be doing while I'm down there? Serving drinks?
Keeping my inn safe, naturally. Overseeing the guards watching this well, trying to round up more adventurers in the city, though I have my doubts on that point. Don't worry, however. I won't go too far. I'll be here to bring you back up the well when you need me to.
Could I get some questions answered?
Of course. What would you like to know?
Where can I get some supplies?
Most of the stores in the district are closed, seeing as how there's very little traffic coming through with the curfew. Our Golly's the type who would be stubborn enough to remain open, regardless. You'll find her shop just to the south when you go outside. And you could probably convince Sobre to open up for you as well. He sells wizardly goods across the street.
I suck. Knox Bluff? Is it Knox Bluff time, you guys? No, it's not. I'll try persuade, but I'm certainly going to fail.
Some gold for equipment would really help out my quest.
What? Success? They must have set the difficulty on that really low. My character has an 8 charisma and 0 ranks in persuade.
I suppose it's only fair that you get something up front for what we're asking of you. Here you go, 500 gold. That's all I have on hand. That should tide you over for the moment, I hope. Is there any other help I can provide, supply-wise?
I'd like to know more about Undermountain itself.
I suppose I'm as much an authority on that topic as one can be. Short of Halaster himself, of course. Ask away, and I'll do my best to help you.
Tell me more about Halaster.
Well, now, let's see. Halaster was a powerful mage who lived in this area before Waterdeep was even established. His laboratories and such were inside the mountain here. Some people say he grew mad and paranoid as the years passed and burrowed his treasures deeper and deeper into the mountain, placing traps and monsters in the way of intruders. By the time the city appeared, the mad wizard ruled over a deadly labyrinth that snakes all the way down to the Underdark itself.
You said it goes down to the Underdark. The name of this game is Hordes of the Underdark. I have a feeling about where we're going.
They say if you go down deep enough, you'll leave Undermountain entirely, and you'll end up in the underground realms of the Drow, though I don't know anyone who's ever gone that deep and come out alive. We think the raiders are originating in the Underdark and coming up through Undermountain to attack the city. In the past, however, they've been no more safe in Halaster's realm than anyone else. So why is it that they can pass through Undermountain now? It's a question that needs answering.
Has Undermountain been a problem before?
Aside from the odd incident, no. Halaster was content to leave Waterdeep in peace. The only real danger that Undermountain posed was to those who chose to venture into its depths. Obviously, things have changed quite drastically. I don't know why the Drow and other Underdark creatures are able to pass through Undermountain now, but you have to find out.
So it's a dungeon full of traps, then?
That's a bit like calling the Underdark a cave with a few monsters in it. Undermountain is as dark, twisted, and deadly as its creator.
It's like an edgelord dungeon.
Halaster has spent centuries entombed in there, his madness driving him to create a bizarre, ever-changing realm that sane minds can hardly comprehend. Elminster called it the largest graveyard of heroes anywhere. That's as good a description as any. Let your guard down in Undermountain for a single second, just one, and you'll soon be very dead.
How many seconds can I let my guard down?
Just one!
Okay, got it. I'll be going now. You'd be smart to stock up on equipment before you go down there, Fire. There's a couple stores out in the city up and running. Just tell Greyban I said it was okay for you to leave the inn. And make sure you speak to White Thesta. Her inventory of healing magic comes in handy in Undermountain. She's even got magic to raise the dead if you need it. Of course, by then it's usually too late. I'll be here if you need me. I've got to make sure we get some more guards set up around this well to prevent another attack. Just speak to me again when you're ready to enter Undermountain, and I'll lower you down the well myself. Okay, stop. You said the well goes down thousands of feet. If you're lowering me down on a rope, do you know how long that's going to take? Now, unless you're just going to drop me and I'm going to hurtle down and then, like, right at the bottom, I'll get, like, a feather fall effect or something. But if it's thousands of feet down and you're just lowering me by, like, letting out rope or, like, turning a little winch, I mean, it's going to take hours to get down there. Maybe not hours, but quite a long time.
Hi. Is there something you need?
I'm not sure if I might have had some extra questions. Of course, what would you like to know? Well, I'd like to know more about these attacks. The attacks on Waterdeep? I know more than most, I suppose. What do you want to know? Is it only the Drow who've been attacking the city? No, though it would be fair to say that they're the ones in charge of these raiding parties. They almost always seem to be leading the attacks. If they are behind all this, however, how is it that they're able to bring their army through Undermountain unscathed? Something Halaster's never allowed before. Why now? How long have these attacks been going on? 3 weeks now. The first battles were the worst, as they took the city completely by surprise. The Lords have organized our forces since then. There's simply no way for us to strike back, however. You can lose an entire army in Undermountain easily. The same should be said for our opponents, however, so why isn't it? Come see me when you're ready to sleep and I'll start lowering you down, right, Nox? We can only shut down the city for so long before our problems mount. The Lords estimate another 2 weeks, maybe, before drastic measures will be required. What drastic measures? Collapsing the mountain. If we can. But that's a last resort. Half of Waterdeep would be destroyed along with it. And that's assuming Halaster doesn't have some kind of spell protecting Undermountain. But is it only Drow who've been attacking the city? No. Though it would be fair to say that they're the ones in charge of these raiding parties. They almost always seem to be leading the attacks. If they're behind this, however, well, we've already asked this question, this hypothetical conundrum. Why aren't the entrances to Undermountain simply closed? Easier said than done. There are numerous entrances we don't know about. And, as you can see, the entrances are more than just holes in the ground. There's powerful magic involved here. Halaster's magic. Not to mention that our attackers seem to teleport in and out of Undermountain at will. Halaster never used to allow that to happen. I didn't know if it was possible. Why shouldn't that be possible? Sternan scowls deeply. Once you enter Undermountain, any kind of teleportation doesn't work. That's the way Halaster designed it. Even spells that take you to the plains, even the most powerful traveling spells, none of them work. That's the way it's always been. Only Halaster's own devices have ever allowed someone to teleport about Undermountain, and even then, never out of it. If that's changed, well, it would be very bad. What do you think these attackers are trying to accomplish? Durnan thinks about this for a long moment, his brow furrowed. I don't know, to tell the truth. Their attack isn't a coordinated one. So far, it's only been random raiding parties. It could be that they're simply sowing chaos and fear for the moment. If so, they're very successful at it. But I think they're building up to something. These raiding parties are probably just the advance forces of an enormous army. Thousands and thousands of Drow could be marshalling in the depths of Undermountain, preparing for a mass invasion. Our only saving grace might be Undermountain itself. It won't be easy to march an entire army through its narrow, twisting halls. Of course, we won't really know anything until you find Halaster. I want to ask something else. What should I be looking for when I'm down there? There are creatures of various intelligence that you'll encounter. Some smart enough that they might have some idea of what's going on, even if you have to question them at sword point. But the real goal is to find Halaster himself. He is the key to Undermountain. Always has been and always will be. Until you find the Mad Mage, we won't really know what we're up against. So what he's saying is the answer has been inside Undermountain the whole time. If you do find him, be very, very careful. Halaster's legendary power is only matched by his rampant insanity. The mind of a madman and the power of an archmage are a dangerous combination. Is there a temple in the area? A temple? No, not one you can get to with the streets blocked off. Go talk to White Thesta if you need healing or any other temple services. I'm sure she can help you out. Okay, I don't have any more questions. Alright, anything else you'd like to discuss? I'll be going now. Speak to me again, okay. So that's talking to Durnan. Let's see who White Thesta is. She was raising dead left and right a second ago. So she's obviously pretty serious. A stunningly beautiful woman watches Durnan and other men with a predatory look. Other women she glances at only occasionally, frowning and raising her nose in contempt. Alright, she sounds cool.
A fair evening to you.
This elegantly dressed, well-manicured, beautiful woman smiles at you.
It is good to finally meet you in person. My name is White Thesta. I'm a priestess. So if you need healing or any temple supplies, I'm here to help.
I am confused. Are you flirting with me? This dramatic opening was sponsored by White Thesta TM for all your healing needs. You know who I am.
Everyone knows you, at least by reputation. Durnan told me you would be here when he asked me to come and lend my healing services to this mission.
She has a lot of voice acting. She must be important.
That Durnan is certainly an interesting fellow, isn't he? I've heard that in his youth he was quite the adventurer, and he still has that strong, rugged look. I wouldn't mind adding him to my list.
Whoa, she's got a list. How scandalous. A scandalist. Hey-o! How many points I get for that shit? Durnan said you had something for me.
Yes, of course. Let's get right to business. I have a gift here for you. Something to help you on your quest.
What is it?
It's a rod
of resurrection? Fuck! That seems like a really powerful item to just be handing out.
It's a rod of resurrection. An item of such power it can actually raise the dead. Based on all the rumors about Undermountain, you're going to need it. Those 4 eager souls who have charged on ahead likely have need of its power, so don't be afraid to use it on them if you stumble across their bodies. The rod has several charges.
If I come across their bodies, I'll be sure to try and help them.
If you find the remains of one of those brave adventurers and restore them to life, they might be willing to help you in your quest. I doubt you'll find many others who will accompany you into Undermountain.
Do you have anything else I could use?
Now let me show you the rest of my items. Normally I'd ask a large donation for each of them, but since you're trying to save the city, I'll only need enough to cover their base cost.
Merchant's reaction is favorable. Okay. I got 3,600 golds. I got a Rod of Resurrection now. With the power to restore life itself, these rods are prized indeed. It is not known if this particular example was created to aid in the good works of a saint or prolong the ills of an overlord, for such rods served indiscriminately. It has 13 charges. That's pretty fucking nice. I don't need any shields or scale mail. Boots of the Sun. So, hey, Son Gniff's still here? Here's some boots for him. Boots of Striding. Gives you some Constitution. Belt of Guiding Light. Very expensive. Lore bonus, immunity to fear, and it sheds light. Bunch of monk gloves and monk boots. Bracers of armor, bracers of dexterity. Splint, path mode, robes of the dark moon, monk robe. A lot of monk gear here. A lot of monk gear. What about some, like, light armor? She doesn't have light armor. She has a cloak of fortification. It's a +1 deflection modifier, though, and it has the same bonuses as my rings, so they wouldn't stack. So the answer is, oh shit, that was just her armor. She's got all this stuff, too. Although, I don't really feel like I need... Alright, now when it says buy arrow +1 for 281 GP, does it mean buy an arrow +1 or the whole stack? It's gotta be an. There's no way the whole stack is only 281 gold. I don't want any of that. She's got clerical scrolls. I could theoretically use, and potions. Cure crit potions are 400 gold though. So I don't really need any of this particularly. She's got natural armor +3. Of course, I can't begin to afford that. Periapt of Wisdom +3 is lovely, but I can't afford that either. Ring of Protection +3! Okay, I got some stuff I'm saving up for at this point. Got some stuff I'm saving up for. Cloth dye, rogue stones, holy water, healer's kit. Alright. So the answer is no. I don't need any of your stuff. But I do want to ask you some questions, White Desta.
A fair evening to you.
A dazzling smile lights up White's beautiful face. Welcome back, Fire. Do you have need of my healing? Or is there something else I can do for you? I want to ask you some questions. Of course. It would be a pleasure to answer any questions you might have. Tell me about your faith. Oh, she's a worshipper of Soon. Okay, it's all making sense now. The followers of Soon worship beauty in all its forms. We desire to possess those things we recognize as beautiful, and we aren't afraid to express this desire. That's cool. What do you know about Undermountain? Best topic segue ever. Whatever. What do you know about Undermountain? Very little. A dark and dangerous place. Normally, I find both danger and the dark to be very stimulating. But Undermountain is a little too dark and dangerous for my taste. You should speak to Durnan about this, or maybe Tannerell, the old paladin upstairs. He used to adventure into Undermountain, though he's not nearly as adventurous as I was hoping. What do you mean by that? She gives you a mischievous grin. I spoke with him earlier, and he wasn't the least bit interested in exploring with me. Isn't he a little old for you? Soon knows that beauty comes in many forms, and there's a lot to be said for experience. Unfortunately, he told me it wouldn't be proper. Well, my religion has no such forbiddance, just so you know. Get that on the record. Do you know anything about these attacks? No more than you, I suspect. I've heard you were attacked in your own bed. She arches her eyebrows. That's why I'm careful to make sure I never sleep alone. I need healing. Of course, Fire. Just stand still. This won't hurt a bit. In fact, it should feel quite pleasant. Scandalous healing! She even heals my elemental. That's very nice.
A fair evening to you.
Alright, I don't think there's anything else. Goodbye, Fire. I do hope we get the chance to meet again later. Hashtag scandalous healing. Yes. God damn it, that gnome's alive again. That means I have to talk to him. Stupid gnome. Alright, let's see what the druid has to say now.
Hello there.
Did she say this before? This pretty elf looks up at you with sad eyes as you approach. Are you going on into Undermountain, Fire? If so, I wish you luck. I, however, want nothing more to do with that unnatural place. As a druid, I know death is part of the natural order, but I'm glad that cleric raised me back to life. I wasn't ready to become part of the natural order quite yet. Fake druid! Fake druid! She lets out a forlorn sigh. When I get that feeling, I need scandalous healing. She lets out a forlorn sigh. Perhaps my attitude is a sign that this city is changing me. Once the streets of Waterdeep are open again, I think I'll return to the wilderness. Good luck with that. Alright, we got Glim Folkor, the gnome. I'm never fucking recruiting that guy, I can tell you right the fuck now. In fact... Ha! Stand in a wall of fire, motherfucker!
Good day.
I thought I was capable of handling anything, even the terrors of Undermountain. But it turns out I'm no match for the drow. Maybe a hero of your stature can survive in Halaster's dungeon, Fire. But I've learned my lesson. I'm staying right here in the inn. I'm not going anywhere near Undermountain.
Good. Stay the fuck out of my way. La Fontaine. Some other rando douchebag looking guy. He's just gonna say, no, I'm too scared of Undermountain.
Greetings.
I came here to prove myself in Undermountain, but those drow made short work of me. If not for that priestess, I would still be nothing but a corpse. Maybe it's time for me to give up my adventuring ways and settle down. At the very least, I won't be using that well of Durnan's to go into Undermountain. Yeah, you won't. Tamsil. How did you get wounded again? I just fucking healed you.
I did not expect such pain. Thank you for saving me.
Anytime, Innkeeper's daughter. Here's a cure minor on top of it.
I did not expect such pain. Thank you for saving me.
I like her. But who's Mare? Maher. Mare is the innkeeper's wife. Strong and beautiful, her noble ideals as a paladin of Tyr keep patrons in line most of the time. Ew, a paladin of Tyr. Yuck. Her cool competence is one of her greatest strengths, and a quality that draws a better crowd than is found in most taverns. Alright, sure. Too much of a gnome body. Nice, Chimerical Jim. That was some Nox level shit right there. Alright.
Such violence and bloodshed here in our own home. Please help us. Help my husband, or Waterdeep will surely fall.
The matronly woman looks about helplessly. helplessly. She's a paladin of Tyr. But that's fine. She's been relegated to the role of useless wife. GG, writers.
Well, hello there.
We were lucky to survive. I hope they don't launch another attack.
I was hoping for a little more conversation than that. Greyban. Whoa, calm down, bro. This huge one-handed half-orc stares at you with a grimace, trying to decide if he recognizes you or not.
You know allowed out. There be ban on streets.
I'm allowed to leave. His eyes narrow in thought.
Me not remember boss say you go out.
I'm Fire Snake. Darnan said you'd let me out. The half-orc's mind slowly churns over this information. A pub run by a paladin of Tyr? Ew, that's what I'm saying, Chimerical Jim. Then his face brightens in recognition.
Fire Snake! Yeah, boss say it okay for you to go out. Me remember now. You be careful if you go out. There be bad stuff out there. Many streets closed. Shops closed. Sometimes looters.
He unlocks the door, then slips the key back inside his shirt. He gives you a big, toothy grin and waves goodbye. Alright, I'm not actually going out right now. Though missing part of his arm, this half-orc still ably serves as Darnan's bouncer. Alright. There's this other room over here, though, that I haven't been in. It's the kitchen. What have they got in the crate? Meat. What kind of meat? A large piece of meat is dislodged from the creature. It would not be wise to eat it. You know, you guys have meat in your kitchen here that the omniscient voice of the narrator tells me would not be wise to eat. This is a health inspection. Leather hide, not from cows, though. Nasty-ass fish! Looks like fresh or nearly fresh caught fish. Alright. We got ourselves a friendly Hinkeel. Frenilly Hinkeel. Frenilly Vanilli. This halfling moves with a quick confidence about the kitchen.
Hello there.
The halfling pauses to catch her breath.
The other assistant keeps adding too many spices to the food.
Alright. Who keeps breaking my barrels? This halfling moves about the kitchen with quickness and confidence.
Hello there.
The halfling glares at the cook.
He is a misery to work for.
And the cook. The Yawning Portal's cook is known for a temper as fiery as his ovens. That sounds good.
Well met.
The cook, a man with a greasy apron and a long, thin mustache, growls at his kitchen helpers and moves quickly from one dish to another. He sees you and yells,
"Get out of my kitchen! You're in the way!"
Okay, wow. I'm out then. Sorry, bro. Don't blow a gasket. Alright, we're gonna go out into the streets. Me and my elemental. Oh, the streets might be full of monsters and shit, so I'm going to have a little nap here. Get my spells back. Not that I probably need them, but you never know. I got another water elemental. I got about another half hour I can play. And then... a nervous guard comes running up to you. How fares everyone inside? We were attacked by creatures from the Underdark. I know. Tamsa warned us. There have been attacks all over this side of the city. Though we've been resisting them, there are still many of the enemy about. All roads leading out of this district are sealed, and most businesses hereabouts are closed. You might be better off staying inside. Hey, I'm having a fucking conversation here. You know what? Fine. Let's go wreck some fools. Oh, look at this clever fucker. What happened to my elemental? What happened to that guard? Summoned Dire Bear. You see this cheating ass shit I'm doing with going back into stealth over and over? That's why I'm a shadow dancer. My elemental got riznecked. Constructed marker. All these guys did not really drop much. I didn't even get to talk to that guard. I was trying to have a conversation with that guard, and all of a sudden he got his ass killed. Super rude. The fuck is my elemental doing? Should be following me. What? What did I just find? I just broke the world, you guys. This item is used for Expansion Pack 3 to store PC properties used by horse scripts. Okay, I'm not gonna take that. The guard. I need to turn this down. Greetings, citizen. There are enemies about, so you should probably head back indoors. Don't you recognize me? I'm Fire Snake. Fire Snake? Oh, I'm sorry, my lord. I didn't recognize you. Carry on then, I guess. The Guard is an elite force of Waterdeepian warriors, trained and chosen by the only openly acknowledged Lord of Waterdeep. They don't seem all that elite to me. What about the lamppost? The lamppost is pitted and scarred by the harsh night air. What about the rat? This rat has always been seen as the carrier of disease and evil in nature. I ain't tripping on a rat. I'm not a rat hater. Says the exact same thing as the other guy. Maybe that was the only enemies out here. The air scarred the lamppost. That's shoddy workmanship right there, isn't it though? How do I get up there? Apparently I don't. Another guard. Be wary, citizen. There are things moving around out here more dangerous than your typical cutpurse. Alright. Let's start checking out some of these doors. Fashioned from rough-hewn wood, this simple door swings on ill-fitting hinges. That fail gnome builder must be going around working on the city, which explains how the drow are getting in. Right? This door is barred from the other side. I can't pick the lock, it's barred from the other side, but I'm gonna try. It's like, yeah, dumbass, did you hear me just now when I said it's... The Empty Kick Tavern is closed because of the troubles in Waterdeep. Little Musings and Magic Shop closed until further notice. Nothing special about this object. Unspecial door. As you knock on the door, you hear someone grumbling and shuffling around. Then a small window slides open and a pair of eyes glare out at you.
Can you not see the sign? We are closed. Please go away until such time as this war is ended and or the street ban is lifted. Goodbye.
Pardon me, but my name is Fire Snake, and I was told you might help me. My goodness, please come right in. I'll just lock the door here. There you go, come right inside. You know, I feel like this could come down a bit, and this could go up a bit. Whoa! What the shit? Bone Golem with 2 heads? Created by demented wizards, bone golems are generally used to guard prized possessions. Their bodies are pieced together from various creatures, both humanoid and monster. Alchemist's apparatus. A sickly sweet smell emanates from the bubbling flasks and vials on this table. It appears to be the work of some form of alchemy. I'm not going to do any fucking alchemy, I can tell you that right now. Telescope. Useful for scholars, telescopes usually allow viewing things at great distance without magic. However, Sobri's telescope seems to radiate magic, and you guess it serves another purpose. Be careful with that. It can be a little disorienting. It teleported me? What the fuck? Dude, shit's going down over here. apparently you look in this telescope and you watch an endless cutscene of random people fighting. He just casted the farting anuses spell. That golem has a bone to pick? Yeah, he does. Does that mean the unspecial door has better fitting hinges than the special doors? And is that not in itself special? This telescope receives twitch. Death to the surface dwellers. The fuck? Who are these badass motherfuckers? I don't know that I want to fight them. Completely out of context, random shit I just viewed. Sobri watches your expression as you look up from viewing the battle. It was horrific, and the powerful items they stole. I shudder at the thought of our enemies wielding such power. I fear that such deadly attacks on the city, we shall find ourselves undermined and easy prey for the creatures of the Underdark. What kind of items did they steal? Everything magical that the mages of the university had made or were studying. Most likely there were even a few powerful artifacts, though I am not sure what they would be. If you recover any, I'm sure the school would love to have them back. What is up, Zoid103? How you doing? Welcome. This is not the Enhanced Edition. This is the Unenhanced Edition. Waterdeep is stronger than that. The strikes against our fair city have been fast and deadly. They are obviously well planned and executed with discipline. I assure you, should they continue, and the war not to be taken with to them, Waterdeep will fail. Will fall. It will fall and fail. What can you tell me about the Underdark? All I know are rumors and legends. I do know that there is supposed to be a way down into the Underdark, through Undermountain. And what can you tell me about Undermountain? That is not my area of expertise, I fear. It is a dark dungeon, created by a wizard of undeniable power and destructive insanity. If Halaster is not in league with our opponents, then he is overcome by them. It is the stuff of nightmares to think that one so strong as he might have fallen. If his power could be bested, then I fear for all our lives. If only you guys could see my face while I'm voice acting this guy. The camera would make this better. Because I'm doing all kinds of shit with my head and with my facial expression that you're missing out on. And it would be hilarity. Because I know that I look completely idiotic right now. Completely idiotic. Can you tell me more about this attack? We were one of the first places to be attacked by the Drow and Durgar. They were savage, brutish monsters. They put the entire school of magic at the university to the torch. Ooh, the torch. I do like fire. It was simply awful. They almost killed me, you know. Were you in the battle there? Well, no. I was supposed to be there, but I had some last-minute business to attend to here at my shop. I got rather involved, and by the time I returned, the fight had moved on, and the building was in ruins. Several of my students died in the laboratory where I taught. We found their bodies, dead and mangled, around the corpse of a young cockatrice they had helped hatch only weeks before. I know it probably sounds strange to you, but the way they protected that creature, well, no mother could have possibly done more. And now they're dead. I am sorry for your loss. I have barely been able to sleep since. If you think about it, I'm the real victim here. That is why I created the magical telescope, in the hopes it would help me come to grips with the attack on the university. Feel free to use the telescope whenever you wish to observe the details of the brutal attack.
It might help to strengthen your resolve against our enemy. But I'm sure you have more important things ahead of you, too. Perhaps I might have something you would find useful. I have all sorts of magical items at my disposal, and a share of all profits go to assist the rebuilding of the university. Would you like to see my wares? Yes, please, show me what you have. Show me what you got. It's going to be a bunch of shit that I don't want. Cloak of Fortification +2 is kind of nice. Robe of Blending gives +15 to hide. What? That's pretty nice, actually. Nymph Cloak. Couple bonus to Chariz. Robe of Fire Resistance. Nah, I always like me some. Boots of Striding +3 Constitution. For only 18,000 gold. A Sequencer Robe. Yeah, that's for, like a mage thing, I think. Robe of Energy. Adventurer's Robe. Time for adventure. It's time for adventure. Bursts of Armor +3 are actually pretty nice. Cloak of Fortification +3. That would be sick to have. How much is that? Oh, 55,000. Okay. He's got crossbows. He's got various arrows and shit. Heavy crossbows. He's got the heaviest ones, the lightest. Arrows of the Vampire. They do vampiric regeneration. That's pretty dizzo. Fire arrows. Does he have fire arrows? Bolt of fire, lightning, fire, bolt, lightning, fire, bolt, lightning, bolt, fire arrows! Oh my god, it cannot be that expensive for one arrow, can it? Alright, hold on, we'll find out in a second. He has mad scrolls, he has potions, he has, oh, I can't afford any of this stuff, man. There is some good-ass stuff, and I cannot afford any of it. Does Amulet? Base item Amulet. Does Amulet and Cloak take the same slot in this game? It says Cloak. Do I have a spot in my inventory for an Amulet and a spot for a Cloak? I do. Here's the cloak spot, and here's the amulet spot. So you can have an amulet and a cloak. That's nice. Isn't fire resistance your kryptonite? Well, I want to be able to resist fire. I just don't want other people to resist fire. I like this guy. He's a cowardly cockatrice breeder with a clairvoyant telescope. I can relate. Yeah, I mean, we've all been there, right? We all go through that phase, you know, in college. You experiment with cockatrice breeding and clairvoyant telescopery. Telescopery? That's not a thing. Shut up. And he's got some miscellaneous. Spider Venoms, Cold Stones. I like their creamery. It's an ice cream. And dyes and other Spider Venoms. Okay, in fairness, I don't think I'm going to spend any money with this guy right now. He's got a pedestal. This low pedestal gleams in alabaster white. Shadows playing across its fluted column. A quiet voice whispers, "Psst! Hey, you! Give me a gold piece." It seems to be coming from the pedestal itself. I wouldn't listen to him if I were you. Why not? I'm just experimenting with something. You should just ignore the pedestal. Ignore him. I've got something special to show you. Fuck it. I'm putting a gold piece on there. Yoltot. Wait. It hurt me. The gold piece flies up from the pedestal and catches you in the side of the head, leaving a nasty welt. I told you so. I'm studying a bit of the dirt from one of the streets here in Waterdeep that is cursed, and the pedestal has a wicked sense of humor. The pedestal has a sense of humor. Too many magical experiments using the same pedestal caused it to somehow gain a mind of its own. It's a very crude and annoying mind, but what can you do? It's all part of the curse. Tell me about this curse. Many years ago, one of the lords of Waterdeep turned evil and betrayed his fellow lords. He killed 3 of them before his true colors were revealed. At that time, there was a head lord, a very powerful mage. The 2 of them had a spectacular mage duel that raged quite across the breadth of old Waterdeep. In the end, the good lord won, and he cursed the ground where the evil lord fell, saying that none should put a stone to commemorate the evil mage. Go on. Anyone who places non-living materials larger than a tiny pebble upon the dirt finds the object flung back up at his head. I am experimenting with this dirt to see if it could somehow be mixed in with metal to create magical armor. Well, that's a kind of a cool idea. This is to tease you with nice stuff you can never afford unless you cheat, and then from here on out the vendors will have common crap. That sounds true, Maz. Unfortunately, the dirt seems to keep the metal from becoming attached, and the whole process simply doesn't work. That's because you're a lousy mage. One of these days, I'm going to get rid of that pedestal. Oh well, I'd better get back to work. Goodbye, Fire Snake, and watch out for that pedestal. Fuck that pedestal. Fuck that pedestal. Can I talk to the bone golem? A dark, overpowering voice erupts from the mouth of this foul monster.
Touch not the items of Sobray the Sage, lest thy life, nay, thy very soul be imperiled.
Alright then, I'll just leave this shit alone. Got anything else to say?
I see you have returned safe and sound. How marvelous. You really must sit down with me after all this is over and allow me to record your adventures.
When this is all done, you can record my deeds. Wonderful. I'm so glad you agree. You should be famous for deeds, and I should be famous for words, and they told me I would never make it as a bard. This guy's whole dream is to be spoony. Well, I guess you're here to buy something, so shall I show you my wares? No thanks. Okay, good luck, hero. We're done with that guy. There's got to be a shop that sells, like, some leather armor and shit. Right? We had the clerical shop. We had the fucking magical shop. Magical? Yes, magical. Okay, there's the yawning portal. The river gate. There's got to be another shop out here. You can't stop the shop. You can't stop the shop. You can't stop the shop. Oh, I finally opened a fucking door. Yeah, I'm chaotic. Cry more. I mean, again, I'm not gonna burglarize. I just want to look and make sure. Oh, I can pick it. I can do a trap. I have way too many options for this trap. Just fucking disable it. Oh yeah. No, okay, we need to talk about this right now, Elemental. Hey! Stop what you're doing. Because I'm about to ruin. No, stop. Stand your ground. Do not what you're doing. Why is he busy? Don't be busy. Okay. Listen, we need to talk about what you do with your life. Do not help me with a locked door or chest.
I want him beating on everything before I can lockpick it. There's a Thunderstone, a Fire Opal, and a Dark Skin. I don't need it. I don't need it. I just like to pick locks and burgle up into some places. Alright, well, that is, however, all the time I have for this particular session. But I'm having fun with this. Can't wait to get down into actual Undermountain. Pull some shenanigans. That's all the time we have for this episode, so thank you for watching. This has been Josiah Plays Neverwinter Nights, Hordes of the Underdark.